following program is a special presentation of TV17 Sports.
Well, Evangel storming in here this afternoon. Of course, we had the Hurricanes storming in last night. The field looks in very good shape. Our man Bill is pacing the sideline right now. Let's go down and talk to Bill and find out about the condition of Rebel Stadium field. Bill? Bill, we're having some problems receiving you. In fact, we heard you say the field is, and we didn't hear you after that. What is the field?
Well, the field is very wet.
Well, Bill, we're having some problems. We're going to try to get those corrected. We'll come back to you in just a moment. Meanwhile, the Rebels are about to make their way into the stadium. Evangel, of course, has been warming up before the game. And, Jim, and when this game was circled on the schedule before the season started, not many folks thought these two teams would both meet with records of 3-1.
You're right about that. I think most people thought, and, of course, this game was circled on the schedule last year. A lot of people wanted Evangel at home, and so a lot of people knowing that this was a home-and-home series as the Rebels come out on the field, led by the tank, Chad Cook. But a lot of people, when they knew that Westboro signed on with Evangel to play for the next 2 years, talking about last year, they knew the first game would be at Evangel and that this would be at home. They circled this game because a lot of people wanted to have Evangel right here at home. But you're right, I don't think too many people felt as though the Eagles and the Rebels would come in with one loss apiece.
The Rebels have come onto the field, into the sideline on the near side, wearing probably their favorite uniform, or their favorite home uniform anyway. That's all Navy. Navy jerseys, Navy pants, Navy helmets with red and white trim. They like that uniform at home. They like that all gray or all silver on the road. And tonight they'll be wearing that Navy. Meanwhile, the visiting Eagles of Evangel wear white jerseys with red pants and red helmets. And we're moments away from having the toss of the coin at the center of the field. We're going to pause for this. We'll be back with more pregame activities from Rebel Stadium. You're listening to West Monroe Football.
Hi, I'm Johnny Huntsman. You know, at Johnny's, we're proud to be a part of the West Monroe High School family and longtime supporters of all the great Rebel teams. These games are fun for the whole family, and it's a tradition to stop by nearby Johnny's afterwards to enjoy a favorite like our ever-popular Sweep the Kitchen. For those out-of-town games, there's my new Take and Bake Pizza. It's freshly prepared and custom-made exactly to your order. Just pop it in the oven when you get home. Thanks for making Johnny's your favorite place to go.
How you doing? Second one. Who's going to be the spokesman? You're going to talk, sir? Got a regular $50 here, tails and heads. I'm going to flip it. If I drop it, I'll re-flip it, all right? You listen to for what he calls, all right? Call it in the air, heads or tails. What did he call, sir? Heads. He called heads, and it is heads. What would you like to do, sir? You'd like to receive, sir. Which goal you would like to defend? Defend that goal and kick this way? You sure now? You want to kick that way, or how you want to do it?
I want to kick this way.
Kick way? Which way? You're confused now. You want to kick this way? Y'all back up over here, and you back up over here. Face each other. All right, shake hands and have a great game, fellas. Good luck.
Captains for Evangel, number 21, Gabe Layton, number 22, Lucas Jenks. Captains for the game tonight for the Rebels, 47, David Batson, 48, Lance Seffens, 79, Chase Nolan, and number 66, Charles Kasserag.
Welcome back to Rebel Stadium. I'm Frank Hoppen with Jim and Bill Norris. We had some problems picking Bill up from the field a moment ago. We're going to go on one more time. If we can get you, Bill, we'll let you kind of cover your keys to the game tonight, too. Well, I guess before that, let's try it one more time, Bill.
The colors are being presented by members of 61st Cadet Squadron Honor Guard from West Monroe High School Air Force Junior ROTC. Carrying the flags tonight are Cadet Jesse Price, Cadet Chris O'Neill, Cadet Adam Smith, Cadet Craig Jones, and Cadet Billy Corbin. Tonight, the POW MIA flag is being presented by Tiffany Anderson. This flag is in recognition of those who served our country under the most difficult situations in the hands of our enemy and those who have not yet returned.
Wanted to have this game right here in their own backyard, and that's exactly where it is, right here on North 7th Street in West Monroe. Exactly where to be played. The folks, many will have seats, many will stand up for the game, but they'll be able to see this outstanding high school game with West Monroe and Evangel.
Let us pause for a moment of silence.
And we'll pause for a moment of silence.
Thank you. And now the national anthem by our Rebel Band.
Now the West Monroe High School Marching Band and the playing of our national anthem. Great job, as always, by the West Monroe Marching Band and the playing of our national anthem, sung along with the crowd, and, of course, the presentation of the colors by the ROTC Color Guard here at West Monroe High School. Judge, you ready for some football?
I'm definitely ready. Now, I think about 10,000 fans are ready as well. And a lot of folks listening at home are certainly ready for this football game to begin.
Well, we've awaited it for a long time now, and we're just about ready to get underway. The captains had met at the center of the field for the toss of the coin. Co-captains for the Eagles of Evangel, Gabe Layton and Ramon Broadway. The Rebels had quad captains, Charlie Kasserag, Chase Nolan, both offensive linemen, and David Batson and Lance Stevens representing West Monroe for the toss of the coin.
Frank, one thing that's interesting about this Evangel Eagle football team, of course, you always think when you think of Evangel, you think of offense, and when you think of offense, you think of throwing the football. And they have a great one in John David Booty. But this football team has an outstanding defense, and this year's version of the Eagles, they run the football, and they run it extremely effectively.
Of course, they do that with a big running back, too, Jim. They call him the freight train, Jacob Hester. He weighs in at about 240 pounds, and you're right, they're running the ball a lot, especially when you consider an Evangel football team.
But no question about it, Jacob Hester, ironically, the last 2 years, he played defense. In fact, I think in 2000, he was one of their leading tacklers. He moved from defensive end in last year's state championship game, and now he's plugged in at fullback, and they've gone to him significantly because early in the season, they lost their great receiver, Tristan Ross for a couple of games. He's back now, but they wanted to be more balanced on offense because they lost Ross at that receiver position, and so they began running with the football with Jacob Hester, and they've had an awful lot of success.
Kick off to Evangel to get the game underway. West Monroe will kick from the west 40. Evangel will move east to west. That'll be right to left from our vantage point here in Rebel Stadium. And Chad
And the home of the West
dangerous
Monroe
return
Rebels.
man, along with Detrick James, will drop back to return the football for Evangel. And for the West Monroe Rebels, Landon Slovan will kick it off. This long-awaited game will be underway in Rebel Stadium. There's the whistle. Slovan approaches the ball, and he kicks it down the field. Johnson lets it bounce back there, and it is going out of bounds across the way. Means the Eagles will get it out the 35-yard line. So that's where they'll take it there, first down and 10 yards to go. I'm not sure if we have the problem corrected, but Bill, going to try you one more time. Let's see if we can pick you up. Evidently not. Henny, maybe you can head down to the sidelines and help out with that situation as Evangel takes over the football, first and 10. They'll have it at their own 35-yard line, getting this game underway.
So pretty good field position for the Eagles. Just a mistake that time by the Rebels, and the Rebel kicker by kicking it out of bounds.
So the 6'4", 190-pound junior quarterback John David Booty brings his team to the line of scrimmage. You'll have a couple of receivers wide to the left and one goes right, and a couple of running backs back there, and Hester, and one goes in motion. Detrick James, quick drop and pass to James on the flat, has it, and he is going to be pulled down at the 36-yard line, maybe a yard, and that's all, as Fred Shields is there to make the tackle. Well diagnosed, Jim, by the Rebel defenders, as Booty just went to James, who had gone in motion out of the backfield, and they gained maybe a yard on the play to the 36-yard line, where it is second down and 9.
And Detrick James, the leading receiver for the Eagles this season, because as we mentioned, Tristan Ross has missed a couple of games, but he's really the go-to guy, Ross.
This time James goes wide right along with Ross. Wide to the left side is the other receiver, Duran, and a shotgun back there for Booty. Second down and 9. John David Booty has the snap and drops back to pass, sets up a screen pass. It's incomplete and almost intercepted. Little slip screen attempted to Connor Campbell and broken up nicely by David Batson, and well defended, Jim, by the Rebels.
Absolutely. I tell you what, the Rebels in great position on both of these first two passing attempts for the Evangel Eagles. So right now, advantage West Monroe.
So a big third down play early. Third down and 9, the Eagles, and their opening possession of the game. Again, Booty is in the shotgun. Has one running back there with him as Booty barks signal. Rebels showing blitz. Let's see if they'll come. There's a snap. Booty backing up and looking. Has time and throws the far side, and he has his man, but short of the first down at the 42-yard line. The reception across the way is
Denny Duran.
Denny Duran, number 7. Thank you, Jim. And the tackle immediately by the Rebels over there was
Jordan
by
Guillot.
Jordan Guillot, the sophomore safety. And though they completed the pass, they're 3 yards short of the first down. So it's fourth down and 3. The Eagles, and on their opening possession, they will have to punt it away to West Monroe.
The Rebels with a 3-man rush. They dropped 9 into coverage, and it paid off that time.
Jared Vickery will drop back for West Monroe to return this punt. And it'll come from Lucas Jinks. There's a kick away, and under it is Vickery. He will return it from the 30, the 35, and be knocked down at about the 36-yard line of West Monroe. So the Rebels will take the football. First down and 10 yards to go. This is their opening possession of the football game. First down at their own 36-yard line. Good job defensively by West Monroe on Evangel's opening possession.
Absolutely. 3 passing attempts. They had a couple of completions, but they still came up short of the first down marker.
And the Rebel quarterback, Ben Saunier, 5'11", 176-pound junior, has Chad Cook at fullback. And the tailback back there will be Latron Morgan. The Rebels send a man in motion. Now they'll shift the other way. A flag goes down. West Monroe's going to be penalized. Shifting in the offensive line. The lineman got there too late. The ball was snapped without the second being in position. And so that's going to cost the Rebels 5 yards on their first play of this football game.
It looked like, Frank, they were trying to overload the right side, bringing the tight end, having a double tight end on one side, and they also had Tippin in motion. He started up the field a little bit early.
So the penalty back to the 31-yard line for West Monroe. First down and 15 yards to go there after that penalty. Rebels open with Chad Cook at fullback and had Latron Morgan back there at tailback. Wide to the right side this time comes Keith Tippin. Everybody else is in tight with a double tight formation.
And that second tight end is Tyler McConaughey.
Moving over from the defensive side of the football. The Rebels run the option, and Saunier gives to Cook inside. He's driven back from the 33. Got a couple of yards in heavy traffic that time. And Cook is hit down by Reagan Burns, a junior linebacker for Evangel. And West Monroe will have second down with about 13 yards to go at the 33-yard line of West Monroe. Opening possession of the game by the Rebels. Evangel took the opening kickoff. We're 3 and out. And the Rebels have it their first time tonight.
In a contrast in defensive styles, Evangel brings everybody to the line of scrimmage. Meanwhile, West Monroe rushes 3 and drops the majority in coverage.
Again, Cook and Morgan stacked in the eye. This time a wing will set to the right side for West Monroe, and one wide out goes left, and Saunier rolls right. A man is open. Tippin down there, has it to 50. He's at the 45, cuts back at the 40. He's to the 35, and he is knocked down finally at the 30-yard line of Evangel. Keith Tippin making the catch. He was wide open to the pass from Ben Saunier. John Michael Morgan, the linebacker, finally got down there to make the tackle, but a first down. The Rebels at the 29-yard line of Evangel.
Great execution that time by the Rebel offense. A perfect throw by Saunier, but Frank, you're right. Keith Tippin was just wide open on the play. Busted coverage that time by the Eagle defense.
The Rebels first down and 10 yards to go from the 29-yard line of Evangel. Opening possession of the football game. Rebels with a double tight formation. Tight ends left and right. One wide out goes left. And Saunier fakes and keeps to the 25-20. He's on his feet to the 15 and knocked down from behind at the 12-yard line. A first down run by Ben Saunier. Reagan Burns, the linebacker, made the tackle, but Jim, they ran the option to the right side. Great job, Saunier, reading the defense, pulling the football from his fullback, Chad Cook, and he advances that ball down, call it the 13-yard line of Evangel, where the Rebels have a first down and 10 yards to go. And look at it on the TV 17 replay.
Just a great job, and the Evangel defense really got sucked in. They got sucked in on the fake.
First down and 10 from the 13-yard line. Handoff inside. Morgan has it, and he bangs it down to about the 12-yard line. And that's 1 yard for Tron Morgan as he took it right up the gut that time. And is hit down by Kayunta Dawson. And I'm corrected, it was Marvin Elam who ran the football at tailback that time instead of Morgan. So Elam, the sophomore, running from tailback, and he got maybe a yard to the 12, where the Rebels have second down and 9 yards to go.
And Frank, now Latron Morgan is in the ball game, replacing Elam, who took a shot on that last play.
Again, tight ends on both sides. One wide out goes right. That'll be Tippin. High backfield behind Saunier, who fakes and keeps and is pulled down to the 11. 1 yard, and that's all for Saunier. That time they ran the option to the left side, and after faking the fullback Chad Cook, one of the defenders got an arm out and just jerked him down. And that defender was Brandon Williams for the Eagles. So the Rebels have third down and 8 now from the 11-yard line of Evangel.
And let's see if the Rebels try to go on top and look for Tippin again.
Tippin is wide to the left. He's the only wide out in the game. The Rebels have tight ends on both sides. And an eye backfield behind Saunier. 3rd and 8. Saunier will take and fake and pitch it out. Has Morgan back there, and he is going to be knocked down about the 11-yard line for no gain. They ran the option, but the Eagles were not fooled. And the Rebels have 4th down and about 8 yards to go. The football at the 11-yard line of Evangel, and the field goal team will come on. And the Rebels are going to try to take a 3-0 lead.
Landon Slavant will be called upon. Frank, it looks like he's going to kick it. The ball will be spotted at about the 18 or 19-yard line, so this will make it, about a 29-yard attempt?
29-yard field goal try is angled from the left hash mark because they ran that option of place, of course, wide that time. So angle from the left hash mark and a 29-yard field goal try. Landon Slavant's kick is in the air, and the kick is no good. He missed it. Missed it to the right. So the Rebels with an outstanding drive, but go away with nothing as the Eagles take over the football. They'll have it at their own 20-yard line. Not sure, but again, we're going to go to the field and try to bring in Bill Norris.
And Bill tells us he's not in a position for us to go down to him at this time. A golden opportunity missed for West Monroe. You would have liked to have seen the Rebels put some points on the board and take a lead early in this ball game.
Eagles have it for the second time tonight. First time they had it, they were 3 and out. This time, first down from their own 20-yard line, and Booty is back in a shotgun. John David Booty, the 6'4 junior quarterback, hands off inside to James. He is hit down to the 20-yard line, lost a little on the play. Little draw play out of the shotgun, and David Batson defending it beautifully for West Monroe and making the tackle. Not a single inch on that play. It is 2nd and 10 for the Eagles at the 20-yard line.
And, of course, Jacob Hester coming into this ball game rushing for more than 108 yards per game. Frank, he's 6 feet tall, but he goes about 240 pounds, so he's a load.
He's back there again with the even taller John David Booty. 2nd down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Booty gets the snap and backs up to throw. He sets and fires far side pass caught at the 25 to the 30 and pulled down to the 35, 36-yard line. That reception across the middle by Dedrick James, their leading receiver. Brandon Barnes makes the tackle. Well, that's the first down of the game for Evangel. They have it at their own 34-yard line.
And that time, the Evangel receiver found a seam in that zone, and he had some big room inside towards the middle. And just a good pickup, good recognition by the receiver, and, of course, the quarterback to get him the football.
First down at the 36. I said the 34, but it's a 36-yard line, and first down Evangel. Quarterback is down into center this time. Booty will not be able to hand off because whistles are blowing and flags are flying and play is being stopped. So we're going to have a penalty assessed here, I believe.
By the way, DJ Ernst in the ball game. He's still suffering from a sore hamstring and sore groin, but Coach Arledge tells us he's going to play as much as he possibly can in this football game.
Illegal procedure against Evangel penalizes the Eagles back to their own 31-yard line, where it's first down and 15. 2 receivers left, one goes right, and a couple of running backs in the backfield. James and Hester behind quarterback James. John David Booty. Booty back to throw it on 1st and 15 and throwing long down the field. The pass is incomplete down around the 40-yard line. And let me tell you, Dedrick James was open, Jim. He had his hands on the ball. He couldn't quite bring it in. Defended by Bridger Durham and Brandon Barnes. Both were back there for the Rebels. But the Rebel fans breathe a sigh of relief after that bomb from John David Booty. And the Eagles have 2nd and 15 from their own 31-yard line.
Frank Booty looked to his left and he threw back to his right, and actually Bridger Durham was in great position. He just mistimed the football and it went over his head, and it was almost 6 points for Evangel.
2nd and 15, the Eagles. They have it the 31, their own 31. Booty's down in the center, dropping back to throw, looking, setting. He's sacked. He's down back at the 20-yard line. Shooting across there was John Preston, the sophomore, and he came across there like he was shot out of a cannon, and Booty is knocked down way back at the 20. Now, there is a flag down back near the line of scrimmage, and let's see what that is all about.
If that's against West Monroe, that's going to be a big one.
They had lost big yardage in the play, but I think this is going against, we hear the officials saying holding against Evangel, I believe, Jim.
Yeah, we're able to pick them. No, they say West Monroe.
They're pointing the other way now. They're calling holding against the Rebels on the play. Now, the Rebels had thrown them for a big loss back at the 20, but they're indicating defensive holding against West Monroe. So they'll bring it back to the line of scrimmage, the 31, and then penalize the Rebels from there.
Well, it looks like they're leaving the ball there at the 31, which I don't think is right. Doesn't make sense, because if he held, the flag was at about the 36, so you would think 10 yards from there, which would put it at the 46.
Maybe it was an offsetting penalty. It's 2nd down 15. We'll try to get that figured in a moment. 31-yard line of Evangel, 2nd and 15. Booty's in the shotgun, awaiting the snap, and he has the football. John David Booty will fire over the middle of the pass, caught at the 40 and knocked down immediately. A 10-yard gain. The reception across the middle for Evangel that time by Denny Duran, and Fred Shields and Jordan Gio combined on the stop. They got 10 yards on the play, but they needed 15, so now it is 3rd down, actually 3rd down and about 6 yards to go. The football at the 40-yard line of Evangel.
And no score here. The West Monroe really with the only scoring opportunity. They missed a 29-yard field goal attempt. It's now 3rd down and 6, and that holding call against West Monroe is looking awful big right now.
3rd down and 6. The Eagles, their own 40. Shotgun for Booty. Has the football, runs the option, pitches out to Hester, the right side. He is going to be hit near the first down stick, but he got it, I think, at about the 46-yard line. Booty out of the shotgun, ran the option, pitched to the trail man, Jacob Hester, and he's upended by Bridger Durham right along the 46-yard line, but it's going to be a 1st down and 10 yards to go for Evangel. And how big is that holding call now?
It's big enough to allow the change. to move and to keep the football in the possession of the Evangel Eagles. That's how big that penalty was.
So first down and 10, the Eagles at their own 46-yard line after Hester got the pitch out off the option. He lines up as a single running back this time as John David Booty goes down under center. Barking signals, audibilizing up there. First down play, give it to Hester inside, and he lowers ahead, and he runs it straight ahead, and he bangs it out to the 49. He'll be stopped there after gaining 3 yards on the play. So the 240-pound freight train, Jacob Hester, is driven back by DJ Ernst, who's a pretty good train in his own right, and Brandon Banks is there also. It'll be second down, about 7 for the Eagles at their own 49-yard line.
Frank, you're right. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good collision when you go 6'2", 264 DJ Ernst against 6 foot, 240-pound running back Jacob Hester.
East is east and west is west, and never the twain shall meet, and that's good because they both run on the same track. Second down, 7. John David Booty in the shotgun, has the football, wants to throw, and he fires it down the field. It's overthrown and incomplete. Intended for number 9, Tristan Ross, but he threw it into the West Monroe bench that time as Ryan Pilcher was over there with some good coverage for West Monroe. So the Eagles now have third down and 7. Football at their own 49-yard line with 3:12 remaining in the first quarter and no score from Rebel Stadium.
And last time on third down, they picked it up by running the option. On that pass attempt, I think Booty was a little bit surprised. The ball sailed on him somewhat. I think he thought he had a completion there to Ross.
Third down and 7. Shotgun for John David Booty. Big third down possession play, and Booty gets the snap, and he fires the far side, and this pass is incomplete. Batted away defensively for the Rebels. And a nice play over there. I think it may have been Jordan Gio. No, my man says it's Brandon Barnes. Stanley Doopy sitting in as our spotter, and we appreciate him very much as this backup spotter. It's fourth down and 7 for the Eagles. Good job, Jim, by the Rebels defensively.
Good pressure that time by left defensive end Mac Dampier. I think he might have gotten a hand on the football, Frank.
Vickery will be deep for West Monroe.
High snap, it's over his head.
Snap over his head. He goes to pick it up in big trouble, tries to kick it anyway, and he does a short way down the field. It takes a big Eagle bounce, though, across the 40, the Rebel 35, and all the way down to the 31-yard line of West Monroe. The ball was snapped over the punter's head that time, and you're going to have to give Lucas Jinks a lot of credit. He finally went back and picked it up. Rebels were all over him, Jim, and he kicked it on the run. He didn't kick it very far, but he got a great bounce as that thing hit about midfield and bounced all the way to the Rebel 31-yard line where West Monroe takes the ball.
Frank, you're right. He kicked it as he was being tackled, so just a tremendous job. That could have been a huge turnover for West Monroe.
Rebels have at their own 31-yard line after that play by Jinks, and here's Sonnier on the option, faking and being driven down to the 30, lost a yard. Ran into his fullback that time and never had a chance, did Ben Sonnier. Reagan Burns, the junior linebacker, knocked him down. So the Rebels second down 11 now from their own 30-yard line with 2 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter and no score in this game. This is the second time the Rebels have had it tonight.
And Frank, that time Chad Cook just simply fell down at the snap of the football, and that's why he was not there when Sonnier got ready to hand him or fake the ball to him inside.
Cook again lines up at fullback. The tailback back there, I believe, is Marvin Elam this time, as the Rebels will take that football and give it to Sonnier will fake and keep himself. And Sonnier, I guess Cook had it, and he's going down at the 30 for no gain. Neither player had much chance with it, whether Sonnier had kept it or given it off to Cook. Kenyunta Dawson, a good tackle for Evangel, and the Rebels find themselves with third down 11 now from their own 30-yard line.
And they're taking Chad Cook out of the ball game. On first down, Cook fell down and busted up the first play. On second down, he took it away from Sonnier. Sonnier wanted to pull it and run the option to the wide side.
Seller comes in at fullback. Jared Seller, third down 11. Sonnier trips coming out of there as he tried to back out of his center. He fell to the ground back at the 27-yard line. Rebels run 3 plays and lose yardage on each one. It is fourth down, and West Monroe's going to have to punt it right back to Evangel with a minute and a half remaining here in the first quarter as Chad Johnson drops back deep for the Eagles. The Rebel punter will come on, Matt Barnes, to kick it away.
Not a very good possession offensively for West Monroe.
Not to say the least. So Barnes back at his own 14-yard line, gets the snap, and he will punt it away. Hits it nicely, wobbling punt. Chad Johnson's going to let it bounce at the 40, inside the 35. A Rebel bounce inside the 30, all the way down to about the 28-yard line of the Eagles. Great job by Matt Barnes, who has done a great job all year punting the football. And for the third time in the game, Evangel will take the football, first down and 10. We're going to call it the 29-yard line of the Eagles. They'll take it right there. Well, no score in the game and 1:05 remaining in the first quarter.
And that's, of course, that's something that West Monroe did not want to see happen. That's their offense go 3 and out, throw their defense back out on the field against this potent Evangel offense.
Evangel, the #1 ranked team in Louisiana. They got that ranking after the Rebels were upset last week by Carver. 3 receivers wide to the right side for Evangel. Booty is back in a shotgun. First down, has the snap. Quick pass out here.
There's a hole.
And he has his man. Breaks a tackle 30, 35, 40, 45, midfield, and finally out of bounds across the way. Inside the 45, near the 40-yard line is Tristan Ross. Jordan Gill wrestled him down, but they got him with just a quick pass on the right side, but a big run by Ross, Jim, after he caught the football.
That's the same play they began the football game with. They just didn't have much success with it. That time, good blocking on the perimeter. It looked like one of the Rebel defenders was being held up, but no call was made.
First down, the Eagles at the West Monroe 40-yard line.
Brandon Barnes checking up on that play.
He leaves the game for West Monroe. John David Booty's in the shotgun. First and 10. Booty has the snap and backs and throws. His quick pass out here is batted away and incomplete. That'll make it 2nd and 10 for the Eagles at the West Monroe 40-yard line. Marcus Van Buren defending that play.
This should be the first time, I guess, Evangel's been in West Monroe territory in the football game. 51 seconds remaining in the first quarter. No score in the ball game.
Evangel has had some success moving the football. They picked up about 3 first downs so far.
2, maybe 3.
Here's Evangel, 2nd down and 10 yards to go from the West Monroe 40. Booty is down under center, sends a man in motion. That'll be James. Booty will hand off inside to Hester, running to the 35, hurdling to the 30, and finally down to the 27-yard line of the Rebels. A 13-yard gain by Jacob Hester. John Preston knocked him down, but a 1st and 10 for the Eagles. When you look for him to throw, they'll keep it on the ground. Jim talked about Jacob Hester in the pregame show. He came into the game with 434 yards rushing in the first 4 games, and that's on this pass-oriented offensive team.
And they faked that little screen that time to the left, and then they gave it on the delayed handoff to Hester, and he ran to the right.
First down, Evangel from the Rebel 27. Booty is down under center. Has one running back, Hester. We'll give it to him. Running left. Hit and drop. He is driven down to the 26, a yard, and that's all for Jacob Hester. Brandon Banks shooting the gap, making the stop for West Monroe, the sophomore linebacker. And a nice tackle, hard hit by Banks as he drove the big guy down. It's going to be 2nd down. We'll give him 2 yards on the play to the 25-yard line. So 2nd down and 8 yards to go for the Eagles.
And that was a major league field that time by the linebacker Banks filling that hole. And that ends the first quarter of play, Frank.
And no score in the game. We'll be back. You're listening to West Monroe football.
Since 1981, SCAFCO has been your full-service scaffold rental company, created to meet the demand for flexible, cost-effective industrial scaffold rental and erection services with performance and competitive pricing. With our impressive inventory of scaffold equipment, we can meet all your industrial scaffold needs. Headquartered in Baton Rouge, come see us at our local office at 3901 Whites Ferry Road in West Monroe, or call us at 396-6277.
Concrete made to specification since 1945. Century Ready Mix has been proudly serving the Northeast Louisiana and Southern Arkansas area. With over 10 plants, we're near your area to meet your concrete needs. We also provide such products as crushed stone, sand, and gravel. With state-certified plants and technicians, we're providing you with the highest quality concrete. So next time you have a construction job and need concrete, let Century Ready Mix provide you with a solid foundation.
Back at Rebel Stadium, Frank Hoffman with Jim Norris and Bill Norris. Stanley Dupier spotter. Evangel, 2nd down and 8 from the Rebel 25, beginning the 2nd quarter. There's the snap, and again, Booty wants to throw. He looks and he fires at the far side. The pass caught across the way, but he's out of bounds. Tristan Ross made the catch, but he caught it out of the field of play. Didn't hold it anyway.
The ball was way
Didn't hold it anyway. 3rd down and 8 yards to go. Way across there, Jim, and I couldn't see it over there. 3rd and 8 for Evangel, but I knew it was an incomplete pass. They have the football at the Rebel 25-yard line.
Ross is 6'2", and he went up. He can leap, but there's no way he could pull that one down.
And so Booty will be in the shotgun. This crowd cheering its defense. 3rd down, 8, Evangel. John David Booty awaits the snap in the shotgun, has the football. Big rush coming, sets up a screen, has his man to the 25, down to the 20. Campbell the 15, the 10. He is driven down at the 9-yard line. Ryan Pilcher with a great open field tackle, but he's out. Evangel's Connor Campbell caught the football and is hit hard by Pilcher at the 9-yard line. Let's hope young Connor Campbell is okay. A vicious hit by Pilcher in the center of the football field as Evangel picked up the first down with that slip screen pass from John David Booty to Connor Campbell.
And I think Pilcher just simply knocked him out. A tremendous hit by safety Ryan Pilcher, but a great call by the Evangel Eagles. West Monroe came on the blitz, and that allowed that little screen pass to be wide open, perfectly executed by the Eagles.
Rebels had everybody coming. Now, Kirk Franham, the Linwood Sports Care trainer, going out to take a look at Connor Campbell, and certainly we are hopeful that young man is all right. He had made a great play with the football to give them a first down and goal to go at the 9, where Pilcher really made a crunching tackle on him right there at the 9-yard line. And we look at the replay on TV 17, little slip screen, and broke a tackle along the way, and then a huge hit at the 9-yard line. He's up, we're glad to report, and the Rebel fans will give Connor Campbell a big hand. He made a big play for the Eagles, and so did Ryan Pilcher with that big tackle. But it's first and goal now for Evangel with the football on the 9-yard line of West Monroe.
And I guess this will be the deepest penetration for either team in the football game. West Monroe got it down to about the 11, I guess.
First down and goal to go. The ball is just inside the Rebel 10-yard line. Two running backs behind John David Booty, who's down under center this time. He'll have a receiver left and a guy in the slot on the left side. Booty from the 9 gives to Hester. He'll run to the 5. He'll drive in near the score, and he is stopped on the 1-yard line. He is short of the goal line, but not by much, as big Jacob Hester took it inside. Jordan Gio finally knocked him down. The ball is inside the 1, about a foot away from the goal line.
Well, I tell you what, it sure is good to have somebody like Jacob Hester back there in the backfield when you have an offense that can throw it like Evangel can, because, he was a load that time.
Hester averaging over 108 yards per game as he came into tonight's game. The Eagles are about a foot away from the goal line, trying to take the lead in this game, and their quarterback sneak with Booty, and he's in for the score for Evangel.
There's a yellow mark at about the goal line on the left side. It looks like it might be against Evangel.
That'll be big if it is, Jim, and indeed that's the case. Illegal procedure against the Eagles. Nullify the touchdown and step off 5 yards against Evangel. That'll move the ball back beyond, of course, the Rebel 5-yard line, where it is second down and goal to go, and that is a huge call.
And, Bill, we think we might have your microphone fixed. We certainly hope so. We miss going down to you.
We'll get it to him in just a moment. Right now, we have a timeout in the game. The Rebels want to talk it over. We'll be back. No score. You're listening to West Monroe Football.
Welcome to my newest store and my newest product, Johnny's Take and Bake Pizza. It's the same great pizza you've known and loved over the years, but now you can take it home and bake it yourself. Here's your pizza just as you ordered it, ready to bake.
Thanks, Mr. Johnny.
Just call in your favorite order as usual. The only difference, you pick it up unbaked, wrapped, and ready to pop in the oven. Try my new Take and Bake. It saves you money, too. Just think of me as being in your refrigerator. Enjoy Take and Bake today.
Percent interest on all 2003 Chevys at the truck dealer, Ryan Chevrolet, Monroe.
Evangel 5 yards away from the goal line. Second down, goal to go. This Rebel crowd cheering its Rebel defense. We have just begun the second quarter of play. There's no score in the game, but the Eagles are knocking at the door. A little more than 5 yards away, and a running play to Hester. He hurdles up, and he's driven back at the 3. A couple of yards, and that's all for Jacob Hester of Evangel. Fred Shields, the linebacker, met him there and drove him back with help from his friends. A couple of yards on the play, Jim, and it's third down and goal to go now for the Eagles.
And that time Hester dove inside and just tried to leap over a couple of Rebel defenders, and they stood him up and tried to push him back.
Let's see if Booty will try to put it in the air. Will they keep it on the ground once again? 3 yards away from the score. Third down, goal to go. Backfield split. Booty's down under center, takes the football, gives to Hester, runs it in, and he's driven back to the 2. The Rebels drive him back. DJ Ertz, Henry Woods is there, and big Henry Woods drives him back from the 2-yard line. It is 4th and goal for the Eagles. And I think they will go for the touchdown. I don't think they're particularly noted for their kicking game anyway. And they're 2 yards away from the goal line. 4th down and goal to go for Evangel.
Frank, you're right. They're only 10 of 18 on extra point attempts. So you're right. They don't figure they have a great chance at making it by kicking a field goal.
John David Booty's back in a shotgun. No, he's not. He's down under center. 2 yards away. Backfield split behind him. 4th down and goal to go. Booty's dropping back to throw. He fires. It's batted down. It's incomplete. The Rebels take over the football. Ryan Pilcher got his hands on it and knocked it down. It was Pilcher who made the tackle on the play earlier on Connor Campbell. And it was Pilcher who knocked it down that time on the pass that was intended, Jim, for Tristan Ross.
Tristan Ross, he went over and talked to the head coach, and they ran a quick slant, and he had his man beat by maybe a half a step, but coming over from his safety position was Ryan Pilcher. And Frank, really, the ball came so quickly, he had a chance maybe to catch it, and had he done so,
absolutely,
he could have taken it back.
The Rebels hold a great defensive stand. There's no score. First down, the Rebels, their own 2-yard line. Saunier has Cook behind him at fullback, but Saunier throwing out of the end zone, firing this ball up the field, but overthrown, incomplete. Intended for Tippin.
He never saw it.
And pretty closely guarded by the Evangel defender back there, who was, I believe, Andrew Chidlow, or was it Austin Kesterlo, number 15? It was Kesterlo.
I don't think Keith Tippin ever knew the football was thrown. He ran as if he didn't know the ball was in the air. It came within 2 or 3 yards of it.
But the Rebels throwing out of the end zone on that first down play from the 2-yard line.
Reminiscent of, 1998 when they had a couple of 90-plus yard touchdown passes?
2nd down and 10, the Rebels, their own 2-yard line. 9 minutes, 11 seconds remaining here in the first half of the football game. There's a timeout on the field. We'll keep it here for a moment, and we're going to see if Bill is operative now. We're not sure. We're going to try him here. Bill, are you there?
No, we have his microphone.
Oh, you're not there. You're there, but we're here. We have the microphone, so won't be able to do it quite yet, but our man Henny is working on that microphone. Hope to get to Bill in just a moment. I want to thank the folks who make our Rebel broadcast possible, including DJ Freeman, your agent for Century 21 Westgate on Cypress Street in West Monroe. Give DJ a call at 348-5185 for all your real estate needs. DJ Freeman, Century 21 Westgate.
And our thanks to River West Physical Therapy, specialized one-on-one rehabilitation, located in the Key West Plaza at 4920 Cypress Street in West Monroe.
And, of course, Pam Accardo, your faithful State Farm insurance agent at 5324 Cypress Street, Suite 2. All your insurance needs, give Pam Accardo a call.
And Plumbing Incorporated, the reliable folks at 4400 Cypress Street, 396-1050.
West Monroe has the football. 2nd down and 10. They have it at their own 2-yard line after that great defensive stand. Saunier from the 2, down under, takes the ball, fakes it, runs the option, goes to the 5, goes to the 9. He's driven back there, but a good job, Saunier, off the option as he faked to Chad Cook and took it down the line on the left side and is finally driven down defensively by Zach Schreiber, the defensive end. But that time, Saunier, Jim, got that ball out, in fact, to the 10-yard line. Great job by the Rebels. It's 3rd and 2, and, of course, a big 3rd down play coming because a possession play to avoid having to punt it out of the end zone.
Well, you're right, Frank. It would give Evangel great field position if you have to kick it from your own end zone. But more than that, our defense needs a little time to rest. West Monroe was 3 and out the last time they had it offensively. And if they don't pick it up here, they'll go 3 and out again.
That's a very good point. So here are the Rebels needing this first down for multiple reasons. And before they snap the ball, the linesman steps in, going to push the crowd back from the sideline. Of course, standing room only crowd here at Rebel Stadium on a very warm evening. The night after Hurricane Lily came through.
Buddy Reed down the sidelines trying to get those folks backed up.
3rd down and 2. The Rebels at their own 10. Saunier takes, gives to Cook. He has the first down and more as he pulls his way to the 15, and a great charge on the offensive line. A great push, Jim, by Greg Irby, Charlie Kasarag, Josh Randall, Chase Nolan, and Brooks Sheff. Jason Rogers made the tackle, but first down, the Rebels at the Rebel 15-yard line, and what a job by that offensive line.
It certainly was. Josh Randall seeing more action tonight. I think he started this football game, and they ran right behind him, if I'm not mistaken, on that last play. And that's really the first time that Chad Cook has carried it and picked up some pretty good yardage. There's a discussion on the field right now, and
I saw no flag. Did you see a penalty marker?
I did not, but they're pointing towards West Monroe.
They certainly are, so we may be premature with that first down call.
Personal foul.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh,
it's offsetting penalties. Does that mean we're going to do it again, or is it a first down? No, it's a first down.
Must have been a dead ball.
Must have been a dead ball foul. First down, the Rebels, just beyond the 15-yard line.
Sometimes tempers get the best of these players. Such an intense game, a lot riding on the game. Not so much in terms of a district championship or a playoff berth or a state championship, but these teams want to beat each other.
No score in this football game. Rebels first down and 10, their own 15-yard line. Sonnier runs out to give to Cook 20, 25, 30. Cook on the run to the 40, 45, 50. He's at the 40, the 30, the 25, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Rebels! Chad Cook outruns the defenders for Evangel, and Chad Cook has taken it the distance.
84 yards, Frank. 84-yard run by Chad Cook.
And there's the big play offense of West Monroe
that we haven't seen in the first 4 games of the season. And boy, is this crowd abuzz at Rebel Stadium.
And so the Rebels have drawn first blood with that 84-yard ramble by Chad Cook. And here comes the extra point try now. Landon Savant for the extra point. It was just the option. He gave it off to the fullback on that thing. Here's the extra point in the air by Savant, and it is good, and we'll be back. With 7:50 to play first half, it's the Rebels 7, Evangel nothing. You're listening to West Monroe football.
SWAT team file number 47, the Washita mosquito. This small nuisance is known to carry encephalitis, a serious illness which can be transferred to unsuspecting humans. So if you have to be out at dusk or dark, cover yourself with sleeves and pants. Be sure to spray with repellent and eliminate or avoid standing water. This message brought to you by Glenwood Regional Medical Center, helping Washita Parish take the bite out of encephalitis.
Concrete made to specification since 1945. Century Ready Mix has been proudly serving the Northeast Louisiana and Southern Arkansas area. With over 10 plants, we're near your area to meet your concrete needs. We also provide such products as crushed stone, sand, and gravel. With state-certified plants and technicians, we're providing you with the highest quality concrete. So next time you have a construction job and need concrete, let Century Ready Mix provide you with a solid foundation.
At Rebel Stadium, we got Bill on the air just in time. What about that run, Bill, by Chad Cook?
Enough about the way Chad, the offensive line actually opened that hole. It looked like Moses parted the Red Sea, and Chad Cook was off to the races. We've talked about the defenses. They got 11 men up on the line of scrimmage. If you ever break that plane, you've got all day to run, and Chad did a great job. Sonia did a great job, but most of all, that offensive line did a great job on that series.
Chad Cook, known as a big, strong running back, but he showed some speed in outrunning the Evangel secondary.
Frank, I was thinking just the same thing. Once he got 20, 25 yards down the field, they didn't catch him. By the way, that drive, 4 plays, 97 yards.
Absolutely. Here's the kickoff. A sailor by Slavant. Picked up finally around the
Not yet.
8. Johnson can't pick it up. Finally gets a handle to the 10-15. He'll be knocked down about the 17-yard line. The kickoff return by Johnson, who had a tough time getting that ball picked up. Mac Dampier punished him finally at the 17. And that's where Evangel will take it, their own 17. First down and 10 with 7:42 remaining here in the first half. And they trail the Rebels 7-0 after that run by Chad Cook of 84 yards.
Electrifying run. This is the worst field position of the night thus far for the Eagles.
John David Booty goes in the shotgun. Awaits the direct snap. First down from their own 17. Rebels show a three-man defensive line. Booty looking to throw it. He fires. This pass is intercepted. Rebels Barnes to the 15, back to the 10, and down at the inside the 5 is into the score. The Rebels score. It was Brandon Barnes with a return. There's a flag on the play on the return of the play. Barnes intercepting Booty and returning for an apparent touchdown. And let's see what the flag is all about. I think it's against Evangel.
It's going to be against Evangel. At least that's what the Rebels think they're celebrating. And Bill says it's 6 points. What is it, Bill?
It is against Evangel. The score stands by Brandon Barnes with a 20-yard interception. Take it away, Bill.
Take it away, Bill. Bill, it's all yours. We're down to you.
Jim and Frank, that penalty was called against Evangel. Just a great job. A lot of pressure on the quarterback, and he underthrew the ball. Of course, the receiver slipped down at about the 15, and the interception was made. And West Monroe now has got a big 14-point lead in this one.
Damon Sylvan's extra point is true, and indeed it's 14-0 midway through the second quarter. We'll be back to Rebel Stadium. You're listening to West Monroe Football.
Welcome to my newest store and my newest product, Johnny's Take and Bake Pizza. It's the same great pizza you've known and loved over the years, but now you can take it home and bake it yourself. Here's your pizza just as you ordered it, ready to bake.
Thanks, Mr. Johnny.
Just call in your favorite order as usual. The only difference, you pick it up unbaked, wrapped, and ready to pop in the oven. Try my new Take and Bake. It saves you money, too. Just think of me as being in your refrigerator. Enjoy Take and Bake today.
Zero% interest on all 2003 Chevys at the truck dealer, Ryan Chevrolet, Monroe.
Hale at Rebel Stadium, 14-0 the Rebels. It was Chad Cook, Jim first, who ran 84 yards, and then the Rebels go on defense or watch it on the TV 17 replay. Look at this return by Barnes.
Tremendous return. He had some great blocks that time. It was number 25, David Lewis, I think, who had the last key block that allowed him to score, but the receiver, who was Dietrich James, fell down on the play. The pass wasn't a bad throw, but when the receiver fell down, it went right to Brandon Barnes. And a great job. You know, sometimes those catch you by surprise, but a great job of concentration by Barnes. And then once he caught it, an even better job of getting into that end zone.
He had the presence of mind to return it in for the score, and he got some good blocks along the way, as Jim remarked. Now Slavant, who has 2 extra points, kicks off again, and he sails it down the field, over the head of everybody into the end zone. Eagles will get it out on the 20-yard line. All this comes with 7:31 remaining here in the first half. Let's go down to the field and check in with Bill once again and make up for some lost time, Bill.
Well, Frank and Jim, one of the things that Evangel had done this year, and y'all have touched about on it, is the running game, the superb job that the big running back for Evangel has had this season, averaging over 100 yards a game. Now with the 14-point deficit, you got to think to yourself, does the Evangel offensive attack change a little bit and make Booty go to the air almost every time?
First down, Evangel, their own 20-yard line. John David Booty came into the game on almost 1,000 yards rushing.
They've got another stoppage at play, Frank.
Before the snap, a flag has gone down. They'll step out. This usually is a penalty for illegal procedure or substitution penalty against the offense.
Dead ball foul. Yep. Offsides on the blue.
It's offsides against West Monroe.
Offsides. That's something you hate to see. The quarterback is not even under the center yet, and you've got one of your linemen, one of your cornerbacks, defensive backs, just simply lined up in the neutral zone.
Boy, Brandon Barnes, who just made that interception, awfully tight up here on the defender. He's playing bump and go. 1st and 5, Evangel. Another flag goes down before the snap of the football. The linesman runs in for this call. If this goes against the Rebels, it's going to give Evangel a first down. If it goes against Evangel, it's going to put them back where they started. This time, it's a legal procedure against the Eagles. They're right back where we started, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Okay, well, let's start this all over again.
14-0 the Rebels. Rebels, of course, kept Evangel out of the end zone with a great goal line stand earlier in the first quarter. then took it and went on a 97-yard drive. Eagles first down their own 20-yard line, and the shotgun is John David Booty. Hands off inside, running back has it. James, I think, across the 25, drives to the 28 and is hit down by Alexis Washington. And it's not James, but Jacob Hester, the 240-pounder. He was back there in the backfield along with John David Booty. Gave him the handoff out of the shotgun. It's second down, 8 yards to go now for Evangel.
So to answer Bill's initial question, they keep to the run thus far, but I agree with Bill. I think they'll probably throw the ball much more so than run it as they try to get back in this ball game.
I suspect so. Though Booty is down under center this time. On second down, they'll fake inside, run a little counter play, look for some room. Hester, he's across the 30, 35, and he's out to the 40. He's still at his feet to the 50. He's at the 40, the 35, and driven down from behind inside the 30-yard line of the Rebels at the 28-yard line. Jacob Hester lined up on a slot, took it on a little counter play. Bridger Durham ran him down from behind. Jim, we thought he was going to go out of bounds across the way, but he tight-roped the sideline. And a huge play for Hester, the big guy who showed some speed. And Evangel has a 1st and 10 at the Rebel 28-yard line.
Tremendous speed shown by Jacob Hester, 6 foot, 240 pounds. But not only does he carry a load, but he carries it pretty well and pretty fastly, pretty quickly.
He gets a breather, and Dedrick James runs at the tailback spot. 1st down and 10 from the Rebel 28-yard line. Booty down under center. They run another counter inside. This time they knock him down for no gain, maybe a yard or so. They came back inside with it, and the tackle by Brandon Banks, the linebacker, there to make the stop. They'll put that ball down about the 28, call it no gain. 2nd down and 10. Same play the other direction.
Hey, Bill, I tell you what, they're just simply running the football on every down. Surprising to me.
Well, they are, Jim. I tell you what, on the play that Hester gained so much yards, if you saw the replay, he was knocked way back in the backfield, almost mishandled the handoff, but he got it anyway, and that may have disrupted the timing from the defensive standpoint.
28-yard line of the Rebels, 2nd down and 10, and here's a give inside. Hester's straight ahead, and he's knocked down to the 26, a yard or two, and that's all. Again, a great tackle by Brandon Banks, the sophomore linebacker. Came into the game with 18 tackles on the season, and he dumped Hester at the at the 26-yard line, where it is 3rd down and about 7 yards to go now for Evangel, with 5 minutes and 45 seconds remaining here in the first half, and there's a timeout on the field. We'll be back, 14-0 the Rebels. You're listening to West Monroe Football.
SWAT team file number 47, the Ouachita mosquito. This small nuisance is known to carry encephalitis, a serious illness which can be transferred to unsuspecting humans. So if you have to be out at dusk or dark, cover yourself with sleeves and pants. Be sure to spray with repellent and eliminate or avoid standing water. This message brought to you by Glenwood Regional Medical Center, helping Ouachita Parish take the bite out of encephalitis.
Hi, I'm Johnny Huntsman. You know, at Johnny's, we're proud to be a part of the West Monroe High School family and longtime supporters of all the great Rebel teams. These games are fun for the whole family, and it's a tradition to stop by nearby Johnny's afterwards to enjoy a favorite like our ever-popular Sweep the Kitchen. For those out-of-town games, there's my new Take and Bake Pizza. It's freshly prepared and custom-made exactly to your order. Just pop it in the oven when you get home. Thanks for making Johnny's your favorite place to go.
We're back at Rebel Stadium. Evangel facing a 3rd down.
Big 3rd down play. 3rd down, about 7. The football at the Rebel 26. And Jim, Booty goes back to the shotgun to try it. He waits a direct snap with receivers to the right side, has the football. He will look and throw near side. Pass caught at the 5 and dancing him for the score is Dedrick James. He was wide open on the near sideline. And Evangel has come back to score now. With 5.5 minutes remaining in the first half, John David Booty to Dedrick James. He was wide open and he made it look easy.
Made it look easy. He simply ran by the cornerback that time, and the cornerback did not get any help over the top. I think they went with one of the inside receivers to safety, and when they did so, he was wide open down the field. I think Brandon Barnes thought he had some help down the field.
And let's go to the field. Let's check in with Bill.
That was a good description, Jim. Actually, they both the corner and the safety bit on the out move, and the slot receiver just ran a little hitch and go, and he was wide open down the seam.
Jared Jennings for the extra point. His kick is up, and the kick is good. So that comes with 5:32 remaining in the first half. Make that 5:38. We'll be back with a score. The Rebels 14 and Evangel 7. You're listening to West Monroe football.
Zero% interest on all 2003 Chevys at the truck dealer, Ryan Chevrolet, Monroe.
Back at Rebel Stadium, and Evangel comes right back down the field with a touchdown pass from John David Booty to Detrick James. And the Eagles will kick off to the Rebels with 5.5 minutes remaining here in the first half.
5 plays, 80-yard scoring drive, and now Evangel unsure what to do, Frank. They're taking a timeout.
Goodness gracious, they certainly are. Evangel takes a timeout. Well, the first string is here.
Craig Cobb
showed up. He's listened to most of the first quarter of the game, he said, trying to get here from his work over in Shreveport. We want to thank Stanley Dupa. You know, you got to have those guys, those backup guys standing by, don't you?
Absolutely. But I tell you what, Frank, that was an impressive response by Evangel. They went down 14-0. Booty had just thrown an interception for a touchdown. They respond with a 5-play, 80-yard touchdown drive. And of those 5 plays, only one was a pass. Of course, it was a big one. It resulted in the touchdown.
Hey, our thanks to Acme Glass with 24-hour emergency service with 2 locations to serve you, 231 Wallace Road in West Monroe and Louisville Avenue in Monroe. Acme Glass.
And our thanks to Waste Management, 6280 Millhaven Road in Monroe.
Evangel kind of strangely lining up for this kickoff. They're not spread across the field. They're all kind of wadded up in the middle, and they're going to do it just like that as they approach the football. Unusual kickoff formation. High kickoff down the field. Elam for the Rebels back around the 5 to the 10. Marvin Elam 15-20. He is going down about the 24-yard line. So the sophomore, Marvin Elam, returns the kickoff out to the 24, where Jonathan Guy and Chris Williams knock him down for Evangel. Rebels will take the football, try to get something going right here once again, leading 14-7 with 5.5 minutes to play in the first half. Good football game. We hoped it would be in Rebel Stadium in front of a huge crowd and a very humid evening here in West Monroe.
And of course, the last time the Rebels had it, Chad Cook rambled 84 yards for a touchdown.
Chad Cook lined up at fullback this time as he was on that last run for the score. And here's the quarterback, Sonye, to Cook, running inside, driven down at the 25-yard line. Not much, if anything at all, maybe a yard. John Michael Morgan, the linebacker, makes the stop for Evangel. In fact, call it no gain at the 24-yard line. Second down, about 10 yards to go for West Monroe.
Just a good job that time by the defensive end, sliding down to make that stop.
Rebels with those navy blue uniforms, blue jerseys, blue pants, blue helmets, white numerals, white and red trim. Morgan, the tailback, behind fullback Chad Cook. In Sonye, the junior quarterback. Second down, 10 from the 24. Sonye takes the ball, back to throw. Big rush, hit as he lets it go, and the pass is incomplete. Intended for Keith Tippin. Crowd wants a flag, but no penalty marker is thrown, and it's 3rd down and 10 now for West Monroe. The coverage by Andrew Chidlow for the Eagles.
I think one of the Eagle defenders did run into Tippin somewhat, but the reason why there was no penalty because the official said the ball had been tipped at the line of scrimmage. I think the left defensive end, I think that was Brandon Williams or Jack Scriber. They came in and were able to deflect the ball, and then once the ball is deflected, you can't have pass interference
and
like
big
that.
Chris Bowers really lowered the boom on Sonye just as he delivered that ball.
Did he ever?
3rd down and 10. The Rebels, their own 24. Out of the eye, slot eye. Sonye fakes one way, goes the other with the bootleg, wants to throw, passes up the field. Tippin out there. Can he grab it around the 41? Did he catch the football? No, it's incomplete at the 41. Great try by Keith Tippin. And again, Chidlow on the coverage. The Rebels are going to have to punt it away, and Tippin is slow to get up. Let's hope he is okay, but apparently okay as he heads back toward the Rebel bench now and has a word with the official.
Well, he was wide open on the play. Sonye was under duress, and he was rolling to his right. It's tough to throw the ball on the run, and although the ball got to Tippin, he was unable to hold on after he took a vicious hit.
Matt Barnes doing a great job punting the football all year is back to kick it away this time with 4.5 minutes left in the first half. Chad Johnson is the deep guy for Evangel. Not very deep right now at his own 42-yard line. Let's see if he backs up some as Matt Barnes prepares to kick the football, standing his own 12 to receive the pass from center.
Tippin was calling for a sub, but nobody came in.
There's the kick by Barnes over the head of Johnson. Backs up, takes it his own 37, comes to the back to the 40, crosses the 45, goes to the wall, the 50, down to the Rebel 40, 35-30, one man to beat. It's Barnes. He's at the 20. Johnson's going to score for the Eagles. He's at the 10, the 5, and in for the touchdown. That is a 63-yard punt return for a score by Chad Johnson of the Eagles.
And with about 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter, West Monroe had a 14-0 lead. It's now 4:22 remaining in the second quarter, and it's within a point of being tied up.
Within the extra point, let's go to the field. Here's Bill Norris.
As you guys touched on the special teams of Evangel, something that we are used to seeing from West Monroe on special teams. Evangel's got a great athlete back there setting up deep, had a great wall. First guy missed him, second guy missed him, and it was clear sailing after that.
Trying to tie the score, Jared Jennings. His kick is up and his kick is good, and we're tied. 4:22 left in the first half. It's West Monroe 14 and Evangel 14. We'll be back. This
Hi, I'm Johnny Huntsman. You know, at Johnny's, we're proud to be a part of the West Monroe High School family and longtime supporters of all the great Rebel teams. These games are fun for the whole family, and it's a tradition to stop by a nearby Johnny's afterwards to enjoy a favorite like our ever-popular Sweep the Kitchen. For those out-of-town games, there's my new Take and Bake Pizza. It's freshly prepared and custom-made exactly to your order. Just pop it in the oven when you get home. Thanks for making Johnny's your favorite place to go.
Well, these teams always have great games, and this one's sizing up to be exactly that as well, Jim. As the Rebels jump out 14-0, Eagles come back, of course, with an impressive drive on a touchdown pass from John David Booty, and then they get the punt return. Here's a high, short kickoff this time. The Rebels have it at the 26, back to the 30. Is going to be Dustin Frost, and he's knocked off his feet at the 32-yard line. A little pooch kick that time by the Eagles, and a good job by Frost in gathering it in and returning it back to the West Monroe 32 where Matt Kramer made the stop.
Good job. You just want to make sure you secure the football when you have a high, short kick like that, and you want to run straight up the field, which is what Frost did. Not bad field position to start off for West Monroe.
Rebels would love to get something going right here. More than 4 minutes left in the half, so plenty of time remaining here in the first half. First down and 10, West Monroe, its own 32. Keith Tippin goes wide to the right side of the football field. Elam lines up at tailback this time, the sophomore. Behind fullback Chad Cook. Quarterback Ben Sonye takes that football, will fake it inside and keep it and spin his way out to the 34, and he is punished at the 34-yard line. You heard Jim's comment with that tackle by the Eagles' John Michael Morgan, the very fine middle linebacker. Rebels battle, and Sonye battles for a couple of yards out near the 40, where it's second down and about 8 yards to go.
And Bill, I don't know about you, but had he pitched it back to Elam that time, there was absolutely no one covering the pitch man.
They must have looked at a lot of film the past couple of games. We haven't pitched the ball very well all year, and they're not really covering the pitch. We'll see if that's something that they get down from the press box.
Pro I formation, second down, 8 from the 40. Sonye in the option. He will pitch it this time. It's a fumble. The ball is it going to go out of bounds? Scramble for it about the 28-yard line. Whose ball belongs to Evangel? They got it in the field of play. The Rebels tried the pitch out off the option. They put it on the ground, and Dan Kramer recovers the football for the Eagles. A huge break. Evangel, they'll take over the ball. First down and 10. They'll have it at the Rebel 26-yard line with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in the half.
Well, and maybe that's one of the reasons why West Monroe does not pitch it so much. And it's almost as if Evangel knew on the last play the pitch man was wide open, and so they covered the pitch man this time, but it was a perfect pitch. Morgan just simply took his eyes off the football.
Rebel defense called on once again. First down, Evangel at the West Monroe 26. John David Booty's in the shotgun, and there's a flag thrown before the snap of the football.
The right tackle, the right guard, I think flinched a little bit for Evangel.
That's a 5-yard step off against the Eagles, and that will hurt them. Instead of 1st and 10 at the
Dead
26,
ball foul.
it's 1st and 15.
Legal procedure on the offense.
31-yard line now.
They play first down.
But West Monroe, Frank, after going on top 14-0, really has just allowed Evangel to get back in this football game. And not only are they back in the game, they're on the verge of going ahead.
Rebel band lining up for their halftime show momentarily. 3 receivers left, 1 right for the Eagles on 1st and 15. And Booty with a quick pass out here has his man down to the 30 and fighting his way forward and driven back at the 27-yard line. That, I think, was Detrick James who made that catch.
Ross.
It was Preston Ross, number 9, and a short gain on the play. Fred Shields is there on the tackle. They will put that ball down at about the 27-yard line. The gain is, we'll call it 4. Second down, about 11 now, as they get 4 yards on that completed pass.
And they've run that pass about 2 or 3 times. They've had some success, but by and large, the Rebels have shut down that play.
Again, the shotgun trips right. 3 wide receivers to the wide side of the football field for the Eagles, and second down, 11 yards to go. There's the snap. Booty backing, looking, throwing his pass. Incomplete across the middle. Intended for a wide open Detrick James, but the pass was off the mark that time from John David Booty.
And Bill, it didn't look like Detrick James wanted to go after that football too much, and that may have something to do with that big hit Pilcher put on number 81, Connor Campbell, early in the game.
Kind of what we call alligator arms. He kind of reached out there for a moment to get it, then drew him back in as he heard some footsteps across the way. A big third down right here now for the West Monroe defense.
Big third down play. 3rd and 11 for Evangel. Football resting on the Rebel 26. Shotgun for Booty. 3 receivers are right. John David Booty awaits the direct snap, and he has the ball. He backs up. 3-man rush. Booty steps up, and he may run. He will to the 25. He is at the 20 and knocked down there, well short of the first down. Booty scrambling. And he scrambled for about 6 or 7 yards, but David Lewis and David Batson combined on the stop at the 20. And there, Evangel will have 4th down and need about 5 yards for the first, maybe 4. 4th down and about 4 yards for the first down from the Rebel 20-yard line, Jim. So with 2:20 left in the half, here's a huge play.
It is indeed. That time, DJ Arts from his right defensive end position had the pressure. He came upfield. He forced Booty to step up and run it.
Listen to this crowd of Rebel fans. 4th and 4 Evangel at the West Monroe 20. 2 minutes left in the half. Here's Booty. Handoff inside.
Counter.
Reverse play. Looking for room. Big hit, but didn't get it. Knocked down to the 18-yard line. Big hit by number 47, David Batson, and safety Bridger Durham. They combined on the tackle. They tried the counter. They had success earlier, but that time a great defensive job by the Rebels, and twice down this game, the Rebels have held the Eagles deep in the Rebel territory. The first time they were down near the goal line. This time the Rebels take over the ball at their own 18-yard line with 1:56 remaining in the half.
Frank, you're right. The first time it was 4th and goal from about the 2. This time it was 4th and goal at about the 23 or 24-yard line. But just a great job. Just when you thought West Monroe was back on its heels, they come up with a big play.
Outstanding defensive play. Now here's Sagne with an eye backfield behind him on first down. He will fake. He's back to throw the football. Now running to the left side, scrambling, looking, throwing back over the middle. The pass intercepted at the Rebel 40 and down there. For the Eagles, it's Chad Johnson high in the air, scrambling all over the place, was quarterback Ben Sagne looking for Tippin, but couldn't find him open, and tried to go to another receiver who was tight end Tyler McConaughey. But a nice defensive play by Johnson. The Eagles have it right back with a first down at the West Monroe 40 with 1:48 remaining in the half.
Yeah, this Rebel defense is going to need some oxygen now. They're back on the field again. That time, Sagne just simply trying to make something happen. His receivers were not open, and he was not able to throw that ball quite far enough to get it to McConaughey. And now the Evangel offense is back on the field in great field position.
We're tied at 14 as the Eagles go 1st and 10 at the Rebel 40-yard line. John David Booty in the shotgun. There's the snap. Booty back, steps and throws over the middle. Has a man. Hit down at the 38-yard line is Detrick James. Fred Shields with a good tackle. They gain 2 yards on the play, and there is a flag down on that particular play.
Holding.
That'll back up the Eagles as they went over the middle trying to catch the Rebels backing off defensively. It'll cost them 10. They'll back them up to the 50-yard line. Bill, what about it?
Guys, I've been totally impressed with the West Monroe defense. They've been on the field a lot, and I tell you what, a big defensive interception for West Monroe gets a touchdown. A big special teams play by Evangel gets a touchdown. Big run by Chad Cook. A big pass by Evangel. So not a lot of sustained drives by either offense. Both defenses playing well in the first half.
Indeed. Back to the 50-yard line. The midfield stripe go the Eagles with 1:42 left in the half. They have 1st and 20. Booty with a couple of receivers split, a couple of running backs split behind him, sends one. Ross in motion. John David Booty backing straight up to throw the football, and he fires it down the field. This pass is incomplete. Almost intercepted by Ryan Pilcher, who drifted over there from the safety slot, Jim, and it's a good thing he did, or it would have been 6 points for the Eagles. A nice play once again by Ryan Pilcher of the Rebels.
And I thought Chad had a chance to pick that ball off, but it went through his hands, and Ross had a chance to catch it and take it the distance.
You really meant Ryan, not Chad, but I understand the error.
I had Chad here last time. Last week, in fact.
He'll be playing with those Ole Miss Rebels tomorrow. Right now, it is 2nd down and 20 for the Eagles at the 50-yard line. That incomplete pass stopping the clock at 1:36. That's the time left in the first half. We're tied at 14. Booty has Detrick James alongside him back there in the shotgun. Trips left. Now James in motion left to right. There's the snap. Booty backs and looks and has time, and he fires it down the field, and this pass is incomplete. The defender and the intended receiver, the defender was David Lewis. And the intended receiver and Lewis kind of bumping each other, but no problem there. And it's going to be 3rd down and 20 now for the Eagles from the 50-yard line.
Great coverage that time by David Lewis. Incidental contact resulted in the Evangel receiver falling down on the ground, but the ball was well overthrown. Booty just simply didn't have a receiver open that time.
3rd and 20, the Eagles. 1:22 left in the half. Football on the 50-yard line. Again, the shotgun for Booty. These Rebel fans cheering their defense. There's the snap. John David Booty backing and looking and throwing it down the near sideline. This pass is overthrown and incomplete. Intended for Detrick James. Good defense in the secondary by the Rebels that time. Marcus Van Buren on the coverage. And finally, I think, John David Booty just let it go. Rebels did a great job covering.
They certainly did. And that was Van Buren on the coverage, and he had tight coverage on Detrick James. And so Evangel had great field position, had it at the Rebel 30, and they backed all the way up to midfield. Now they will have to punt the football.
Indeed they did. Hey, Plunge Wrecker Service, towing anywhere, anytime, any size. 388-2313 for Plunks Wrecker Service. Lucas Jinks will punt the football. Rebels have nobody back. The kick by Jinks as he sails it down the field. A nice punt, bounding at about the 20, inside the 15. That ball's going inside the 10. It is going to be killed at about the 6-yard line of West Monroe. That comes with 1:10 remaining in the half. A 45-yard punt by Jinks. Rebels had nobody back to return at that time. And we're tied at 14 with this little more than 1 minute left to play in the first half. As the Rebels come on offense, let's go to the field once again and check in with Bill Norris.
Well, guys, I think it's really important for not only for clock management, which there's not much left, but obviously from a turnover standpoint, West Monroe can't afford to lay one on the ground here with 1:10 because that's an eternity for Evangel. So snaps got to be good, got to have good blocking. Let's see if we can't run out this first half.
Good point. Rebels at their own 6, deep their own territory. Elam, the tailback, is about 2 yards deep in the end zone in that I backfield. And Saunier takes that football. We'll give it to Cook inside. And, boy, Saunier took a hit as Cook goes down to about the 7-yard line. A couple of yards inside for Chad Cook. After the handoff by Saunier, he really took a rap from Chad Johnson, the safety, who was blitzing.
I'll tell you what, Cook took a pretty good wallop himself. Evangel's out of timeouts. So in fact, they may have one. And so they're not able to stop the clock right now, and it continues to run as we approach the 43 seconds left to go in the first half.
Of course, if they have one timeout left after this play, they can stop the clock and force the Rebels, try to force them into a punting situation. Right now, though, it's just second down and 8. Saunier takes it from the 7, gives again to Cook, and he pulls his way across the 10. He's out to the 12-yard line. Cook running straight ahead. 20 seconds remaining in the first half.
Evangel's got the football.
West Monroe has asked for timeout.
No, Evangel's got the football.
They recovered the football?
It's Evangel football.
Evidently. Jim, I never saw what happened. Explain it.
Well, I saw Cook on the ground, and he didn't have the football. Number 60 came up with it. Kenyatta Dawson, Bill, did you get a chance?
See it, Jim. I saw Chad Cook. I thought he was the one with the football as he went through the line of scrimmage, but when he went down, I realized he didn't have the football. Don't know if Sonye had tried to pull it out or tried to pitch it. I know Marvin Elam was quite upset on the coming off the sidelines. Wow. Either way, now 12 seconds and another big stand for the West Monroe defense.
That comes with 16 seconds to play and first down Evangel at the Rebel 9-yard line. What a huge break the Eagles. Booty in the shotgun. He will take it and pass into the end zone. The pass is caught, and he is in for a touchdown. The reception just inside the boundary by Denny Duran for the Eagles. And after the fumble recovery, they've come back with a touchdown pass from Booty to Duran with 10 seconds remaining in the first half.
Well, Frank, let's just say, call it like it is. That's absolutely inexcusable for West Monroe to fumble the football with time running out, Evangel having no timeouts to stop the clock. That's just something you cannot do if you're going to be a good football team.
And now Jared Jennings is going to try to add the extra point for the Eagles. They trailed 14-0, but they have come back to make it 20-14. And here comes the extra point try now by Jennings. The snap, the placement, the extra point is up, and this kick is no good. We'll be back with 10 seconds left in the half. It's 20-14, the Eagles. This is West Monroe football.
SWAT team file number 47, the Washita mosquito. This small nuisance is known to carry encephalitis, a serious illness which can be transferred to unsuspecting humans. So if you have to be out at dusk or dark, cover yourself with sleeves and pants. Be sure to spray with repellent and eliminate or avoid standing water. This message brought to you by Glenwood Regional Medical Center, helping Washita Parish take the bite out of encephalitis.
Well, unbelievable turn of events for the Rebels, just trying to run the clock out and going in at halftime and fumbled the football. Actually, Evangel, we think, had only one timeout when all this occurred. Here's the kickoff by Evangel now. They will squib kick it down. The Rebels barely recover this thing at the 38-yard line. Rebels do have it. 2 seconds left in the first half. Nick Hood got on that football for West Monroe.
I think it's 8 seconds remaining. Not that it makes a lot of difference.
Got to look at the right end of the scoreboard, don't you? And a few lights out here on the east end. 8 seconds left in the half.
I tell you what, I kneel on it now.
Yep. Rebels have a double tight formation. One wide out, tipping us to the right side. Marvin Elam, the tailback back there. And the Rebels will take a knee, and the first half will expire. It's been a most interesting half of football between these great rivals. As these teams leave the field, we're going to check in with Bill, who will get Coach Don Childs on the sideline.
Well, Coach, a pretty good half of football between two great programs that represent this state. I know that you got to be disappointed with the turnover down deep inside. I thought the catch was out of bounds, but your assessment of the first half of play?
Well, actually, he fumbled both snaps. The first one they had it, and they didn't give it to him. The second one, he fumbled again. It's just something that happens. You can't afford to happen in games like this. And, I've got some question about our mental toughness, and we're just not very tough right now. And we're letting them intimidate us. And offensively, that's what's kind of happened to us in the last almost all the second quarter. But heck, we're still in the ball game. We can score and shut them out and kick the extra point. We can win this sucker 21-20.
Well, Coach, we had with 7 minutes left to go in this first half. We're up 14-0, and as you said, we kind of let it go with 20 points unanswered after that.
Well, you got to give them credit. They went 80-plus yards in 5 plays. They had a big toss sweep over to the big guy, and anytime you give up 80 yards in 5 plays and they score, you know, you don't take any time off the clock. And then the next touchdown, we've told our punter all week we're not going to kick it to their returner. So what did we do? We kick it directly to him and let him get the wall set up. And heck, you know, that's our fault. And then this last one's our fault. So, you know, we got one offensively on them. Basically, they really got one offensively on us, and we got one defensively. And then our offense and our kicking games gave them one each.
Well, Coach, we get the ball in the second half. Good luck. Get with your football team, guys. A great half of football if you're a high school football fan here in West Monroe. With two great programs battling it out here tonight. 14-20 is the score with Evangel on top. And, of course, West Monroe gets that ball back now to start the third quarter.
They surely do, and I agree, a great game. Of course, ends on a little bit of a downer for the Rebels after taking that 14-0 lead early.
Oh, no question about it, Frank. You just simply, good football teams cannot self-destruct within a span of about 7 minutes and give up 20 points. There was 7 minutes and 20-some-odd seconds to go in the second quarter, in the first half, basically, and West Monroe gives up 3 scores. They give up a quick touchdown, 80 yards, 5 plays. It didn't even take 2 minutes for Evangel to score. You thought, if anything, Evangel moved down the field 2 or 3 minutes, 4 minutes might go off the clock. Then West Monroe would have a chance at least to go up by a touchdown by just simply controlling the ball and maybe just punting, even if they didn't pick up a first down. But the next thing you know, you have a punt. When they go 3 downs and out, they run it back after they go 80 yards in 5 plays. And then West Monroe, as Craig,
marching Rebel Band. Band is under the direction of drum majors Tony Smith and Stephanie Cox. Percussion is Michael Knight, and color guard captain is Brittany Bosley. We begin tonight's performance with the powerful and exciting Moorside March. musical hair titled Aquarius and Let the Sun Shine In, featuring our percussion section. We now present our Rebel Raiders in the hit song made popular in the 80s called Turn the Beat Around. Captains are Tricia Green and Mallory Rowden. Senior officers are Paige Chappell and Aaron Council.
you some of the stats, and we'll get Bob Weber here in just a moment.
Very quickly for the Rebels, the leading rushers right now, Chad Cook, 6 carries, 94 yards. Of course, he had the one long touchdown run. I believe it was 84 yards. He had 6 carries for 23 yards. The Rebels right now, 15 carries for 118 yards rushing. On the other hand, Evangel right now, Hester has 11.
Welcome back to Rebels Stadium. We're at halftime. Evangel holds a 6-point lead, 20-14. And our second gift at halftime is Superintendent Bob Weber, Superintendent of the Ouachita Parish School System. And Bob, good to have you with us.
Thank you, Jim. I tell you what, this is what high school football is all about. It can't get any better than this. Just a little cooler might make it a little better. You guys up here got a little bit of air.
You're right about that with the air conditioning blowing. And just a few more points would make it even, at least on the Rebel side, would make it a little bit better for these Rebel fans.
Well, that's right. Defense was just out there a lot that second quarter. I don't know how many first downs. I only counted 1 or 2 in the second quarter, I think, and that meant that they were on the field the whole time, and it's hot out there. But I thought they did a really good job. The big guy, the fullback 13, looks like they're going to try to give it to him in the second half, and they're just going to have to wrap up on him. I mean, I think he weighs about 240, but I think the game plan, Coach Aldridge, we know he always has a great game plan, and I think he's got the people where they need to be if they'll just make the plays, and it's going to be a good one. I think they certainly, Evangel knows they've got a game to play.
Oh, no question about it, and you're no stranger to the booth. Do you miss not doing the color commentary for the Lions? You did that for a number of years.
Yeah, about 8 or 9 years. It's different, you know, but now I can go to games that I want to go to. I don't have to go to Marshall, Texas if I don't want, or anywhere else. Yeah, I heard that, Frank. I heard that. But, yeah, it's different, kind of like when I got out of coaching, you know, it seemed funny on Friday nights. But I enjoy going. I'm trying to hit a different school each week. I was at Richwood last week, and it's fun for me to go and just relax and enjoy the game, you know.
Because I'm sure you don't get a chance to relax and enjoy things too much because of all the responsibilities that you have as superintendent. Tell us about that. You've been on the job how long now?
Yeah, a little over 9 months. So it's over 9 months. It's been good, Jim. You know, you have good days and bad days, but I've enjoyed it tremendously. We have a great school system, and of course West Monroe High School is undoubtedly the best high school in the state when you talk about academics. I'm not just talking about extracurricular, talking about academics. I mean, they're second to none. And our district, in fact, as a whole, you know, came in 3rd in the ratings last year, and our goal is to be the top district in the state. And I certainly think that's attainable.
What are some of the things you really enjoy? I know there has to be things that you really enjoy doing as superintendent, some things you wish you didn't have to do. What are some of the things you really enjoy doing and being a part of as superintendent?
Well, Jim, the most fun thing for me is to get out in the schools, you know, and meet with the kids and the teachers, of course, and just see each school, what's happening there, and just the daily process of that. Probably the least enjoyable thing is the politics, you know, that you have to deal with, of course, and just some of the problems that you face, you know, on a daily basis. But you know, I just enjoy getting into the schools the most, and so I try to set aside times where each week I know that I'm going to visit schools, and I've told all the school personnel that I'm going to visit every school at least once a month, and that's, so far I've been able to do that, and I want to try to continue that.
And that ought to be quite a chore. How many schools in the system now?
About 34 schools now, so it does become a chore. I learned if you don't go to the office first and go straight to the schools, that's usually the best way to get it accomplished. But you know, it's again, we're so fortunate. We have such strong community support and the best teachers and the support personnel in North Louisiana, probably in the state. I mean, so we really have a great system. I stepped into a good situation.
How long have you been in the public school system now?
About 17 years. I started out at junior high and then went to high school, and of course back to junior high as a principal, and now you know, a little over 9 months in this position, and it's different for me, of course. Being a principal really prepares you for the superintendency. You just see a lot of the same things, you know, public relations and finances and things like that, but just you know, a higher scale now, and a lot of other areas that you have to work with. But I certainly have enjoyed it, and again, it makes it so nice because I stepped into a good situation. Lanny Johnson had done a good job, and for the last 17 years, and it was kind of like following Bear Bryant. You know, you got to keep it rolling and try to find some ways to make it even better, and I certainly think we can do that.
Well, you certainly, by all accounts, are doing an outstanding job. Did you ever envision, during the course of your 17 years, coming to a high school football game like this with the atmosphere, with two great football programs in the state and nationally, have national attention, and to know that ESPN's here, you know, giving live updates during the college game tonight on how these two schools are doing?
It's unbelievable. I think that this is something that every high school in the country wishes they could have. I mean, my wife's sitting down there with me. She's been to a few West Monroe games, and she's just looking, and she's going, I can't believe this. I mean, people that come every week for the last 6 or 8 years, you know, they've come to expect it and maybe take it for granted. But if you haven't and you come and see this, it's just, it's incredible. It really is.
Well, it certainly is, and it's a great thrill for us to be a part of it. Bob, thanks for joining us at halftime, and continue to come back. And we won't treat you like Coach House. We know you come here often, so you come back anytime.
I sure will. Thank you, Jim.
Our halftime guest, one of them, Superintendent Bob Weber. And we'll take one more pause, and we'll return with the second half kickoff in just a moment.
This is David Youth, pastor of First Baptist Church, West Monroe. I hope you're enjoying the game, and just want you to know what a joy it is to be able to bring this game to you and to be a part of a winning tradition at West Monroe. I also want to invite you to our church, First Baptist Church, West Monroe, this Sunday morning, 9 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. or 6 p.m. If you don't have a church that you attend, we'd love to have you. Remember, football is a game, but Jesus is your life, and we'd like for you to come and know more about him at First Baptist Church, West Monroe.
Here's the kickoff to begin the second half of play. The kickoff sailed down the field by Evangel, and Elam will not bring it out of the end zone. Good kickoff by the Eagles as we get the second half underway from Rebel Stadium. This Evangel West Monroe game, 20-14. Evangel leads. West Monroe has the ball, though, as we begin the third period. First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line for the Rebels.
80 yards to go for the Rebels. Of course, their only scoring drive of the football game was a 4-play, 97-yard drive. They took over at their own 3. Tank Cook had the big 84-yard touchdown run, but really, with the exception of that run and one reception by Tippin for 38 yards, that's been most of the offense for the Rebels.
First down, Rebels, their own 20-yard line. Saunier takes the ball, runs the option, gives to Cook straight ahead, and he bulls his way out to the 24. He got 4 yards on the first play of the second half. Chad Cook, 228-pound seniors. Jim just alluded to, he had a 84-yard run for a touchdown in the first half. On that play, Chris Bowers and Reagan Burns knocked him down after he gained 4 yards out to the 24. So it's second down 6 for the Rebels as we get the third quarter underway.
And looks like we're going to see Cook backing up into the tailback position. Jared Seller in at fullback.
And Saunier from the 24 hands off to Cook inside. He runs straight ahead and runs into the Eagles, and they drive him back. Nothing on the play. No gain to the 24-yard line. Chris Bowers met him and drove him back. Cook got the handoff running from tailback that time. As Jim mentioned, Seller was in at fullback. Cook is lined up at fullback most of tonight's game, but he was back in the tailback spot that time, but he had nowhere to go on that play.
And a big third down. Of course, I know it's only the third play of the second half, but a fairly big play in the sense that you want West Monroe offensively, if you're the Rebels, to establish something on the ground in the second half. And Bob Weber made a good point. It's awfully hot and humid out there, and it's going to take its toll on these players, particularly the Rebel defense who played the majority of this first half.
3rd and 6, slot eye, the Rebels. Saunier's back to throw the football, scrambling right. They're after him. He's way back there, and they have him. He's sacked back at about the 2-yard line. Saunier is sacked way back there inside the 5. They'll say the 3. Rebels with play action pass that time, and the Eagles were coming. Huge defensive play for Evangel. Zach Schreiber, the defensive end, will get the sack. And now, Jim, the Rebels have to punt it deep in their own territory. And punter Matt Barnes is going to be just inside the back line of the end zone to punt this ball away.
Of course, Sonye was in trouble from the beginning, and he just kept going backwards and backwards and backwards. And you were hoping, of course, if he had it all to do it all over again, he would certainly throw that football away.
Chad Johnson is deep for the Eagles, and a nice punt by Barnes over the head of Johnson. Great punt. Bounces the 40 of the Eagles back to the 35. He picks it up at the 30. He fumbles it, picks it up again, and comes the near side, and he is hit down at the 35-yard line. What a great punt by the Rebels' Matt Barnes. A 64-yard punt went over the head of Chad Johnson, who went back and fumbled it trying to pick it up. He finally got the handle on it. The Rebels knock him down at the Evangel 35. Remember now, Matt punted that ball from deep in the end zone.
Yet the ball was marked inside the 5, and you're right, he was a yard or two from the inbound, and he just simply boomed it.
So Evangel takes the ball first time in the second half. John David Booty down under center, pitches out to Hester, sweeping to the right side. He's out to the 40. He's driven down at the 41-yard line. Got about 6, maybe 7 on the toss sweep as he ran to the right side and advanced that ball beyond the 40, near the 42-yard line, where Henry Woods and Bridger Durham combined on the tackle. But it's a gain of about 6 yards, 2nd and 4 from the 41-yard line for Evangel, their own 41.
And that time Evangel just simply split their wide ends wide as they could get them near the sideline and just ran the sweep play right underneath them.
Hester, a lone running back behind quarterback John David Booty. 2nd down and 4 yards to go. Booty takes that ball, gives to Hester inside. He crosses the 50, down to the 45, 40, to the 30. He may go to the 25, 20. He's at the 10, he's at the 5, and Jacob Hester scores for the Eagles. A 58-yard touchdown run. I don't think anybody ever laid a hand on him as he took it right up the center of the football field.
Frank, there's going to be a penalty flag thrown after the play for, I think, unnecessary celebration. And that might make this extra point attempt a little longer than normal, but I think the play will stand. Jacob Hester and some of his friends were simply a little bit too excited after the end of that play.
Looks like the touchdown will stand, however, as we see the referee approach the stands and indicate unsportsmanlike conduct against the Eagles, but they'll count the touchdown and penalize them on the extra point try. Let's go down to the field and check in with Bill Norris.
Jim, I'm not sure that it really matters for Evangel about that penalty. They wanted to come out. I heard the coaches talking over at halftime, come out and establish the running game, and they did just that. Of course, I don't think they thought it would be that easy, but they got a big play from the big running back Hester, and now they have a chance to go up by, 13 points.
And of course, the Rebels not a come-from-behind team. They don't have the offense they've had in the past, the explosiveness, and so it's going to be tough for the Rebels to make up this 2-touchdown deficit.
Timeout has been called by the Eagles before the extra point try. Time for us to thank our sponsors. DJ Freeman, an agent for Century 21 Westgate on Cypress Street in West Monroe. Give DJ Freeman a call at 348-5185. All your real estate needs at Century 21 Westgate.
It looks like the Eagles will go for now the 2-point conversion. I think, Frank, they feel like they have a better chance of scoring from the 17 or 18-yard line than they do kicking the extra point.
Well, as you commented earlier, they're not particularly adept at place kicking anyway. They have kicked 2 out of 3 tonight, but those other 3 tries were from the regular line of scrimmage, the 3-yard line. This one was back at the 18. Time you snap that ball back to the 25, it equates to about a 35-yard extra point, or what it would have been a 35-yard field goal if it were a field goal situation, of course.
Of course, the kicker, Jared Jennings has a good leg. I guess he's just had trouble mainly with his protection.
Yeah, the quarterback has a good arm, too, and they may try it right here. 18 yards away, they go for 2 on the conversion. Booty goes down under center. Hester, who scored that play, a touchdown, is behind him. Quick fake short. No, they'll pass it, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Denny Duran. He dropped the ball. The try for 2 is no good. We got a score stands, and we'll be back.
We got a penalty.
Wait a minute before we break for this commercial. Let's see what this penalty indication is all about.
Going to go
against the Eagles, so the Rebels will refuse it. We'll be back. It's the Eagles 26 and West Monroe 14.
Welcome to my newest store and my newest product, Johnny's Take and Bake Pizza. It's the same great pizza you've known and loved over the years, but now you can take it home and bake it yourself. Here's your pizza just as you ordered it, ready to bake.
Thanks, Mr. Johnny.
Just call in your favorite order as usual. The only difference, you pick it up unbaked, wrapped, and ready to pop in the oven. Try my new Take and Bake. It saves you money, too. Just think of me as being in your refrigerator. Enjoy Take and Bake today.
Well, it's not the way the Rebels would have wanted it. As they were 3 and out their opening possession, then the Eagles get it and score, and now they lead it 26-14. Here's the kickoff. It'll be taken back there by Elam at the 5. Elam back to the 10, 15, looks for some room, 20, and he slips and falls short of the 20 at about the 18-yard line. Marvin Elam on the kickoff return. Jace Burrows shoving him down. And the Rebels will be at their own 18, first down for their second possession of the third quarter, but now trailing, of course, by 12 points.
So West Monroe looking in the second half to come out and establish their running game and really try to control things on the offensive side of the football. They go 3 and out, and then it's Evangel who just simply lines up, runs 2 plays, and scores.
First down Rebels, they're on 18-yard line. Saunier will take it and fake it and keep across the 20, run to the 25. Saunier, the 30, 35, 40, still going, and finally they get him down at the 44. Great run of 24 yards by quarterback Ben Saunier off the option. Chad Johnson, the safety, finally bulldogged him down, but a great run, Jim, by Saunier.
It was indeed. Great execution of the option. We haven't seen it too often tonight, but that time, Ben did a great job of faking inside to his fullback and was able to cut up into the seam.
He just kept on trucking, and finally they wrestled him down. First down about the 43-yard line of West Monroe. Cook and Elam in the eye behind Saunier. And here's a give to Chad Cook across the 40. He's out to the 50-yard line. That's 7 yards off the option with the fullback. Chad Cook that time brings up second down and 3 as linebacker Jason Rogers made the tackle for Evangel.
And I think those are the best 2 runs consecutively of the night for the West Monroe High School Rebels on the offense.
Exactly what the doctor would order right now is a drive right down this field for West Monroe.
Points any way you can get them.
Again, Cook and the Elam in the eye. Keith Tippin is wide right. Double tight formation for West Monroe. McConaughey and Trishelle. Here's Saunier faking and keeping for a yard. A 2 hard running by Ben Saunier, and they wrestle him down on the Evangel 48-yard line. A host of tacklers are there. And a good effort by Saunier to get the last yard or so. So it'll bring up third down, about a yard to go for West Monroe. Football resting in the center of the football field on the Evangel 48-yard line with 7:28 remaining in the third quarter, and Evangel leading 26-14.
Well, I said the first time the Rebels had it, 3rd down and 6, deep in their own territory. I thought that was a big play. I certainly think this 3rd down is a big play.
Again, the double tight. Need a long yard for the first down and give it to Cook. You know, Saunier fakes and
he's got it.
And more to the 40, 35, and he's off his feet at the 33. Fumble on the ground. The Rebels recover at the 25. Rebels recover the fumble. I thought Saunier was on the ground when he fumbled anyway, but Keith Tippin recovers the ball at the 25-yard line. Chad Johnson had made the hit, and a great run by Saunier for the first down, and the Rebels gain some yardage with a fumble recovery by Tippin, and it looks like he's hurt making the play on the 25-yard line.
But you're right, just a great job of being alert by Keith Tippin. And he's slow to get up, a little bit wobbly, but so has Ben Saunier. And Frank, I agree with you, Bill. We'll go down to you. It looked like Saunier was down when the ball came loose. It looked like the ground caused the ball to come loose.
Well, it appeared that way, Jim. Of course, no call from the official, and thank goodness Tippin was right there as he was right on the spot. I think he just maybe got the wind knocked out of him as they came pouncing on top of him as he got on that football. But I tell you what, the offensive line has accepted a challenge here, at least to this point with 7:01. If they can take it down, score now, and put Evangel back on its offensive plan where they've got to at least score them to keep this game out of reach. West Monroe needs to do something here offensively with a first down on the 25-yard line.
And Bill and Frank, we look at the replay, and it was a great job of stripping the ball by Evangel. That ball was a fumble, and Tippin was hurt when one of his own players tried to assist him in covering up the football. It looked like he did not get the breath knocked out of him.
And the Rebels have it first down at the Evangel 25. Again, the double tight formation with one wide out, and here's a give to the fullback. That's Cook, and he drives to the 20. He gets 5 yards on the play. Chad Cook running hard in heavy traffic. John Michael Morgan, the linebacker, knocks him down. Right up the center of the football field, 5 yards on the play for Cook. It's 2nd and 5, West Monroe from the Evangel 20-yard line.
Good job of running inside by Chad. Good surge by the right side of that offensive line. Big 79, Chase Nolan.
Daniel Barfield, a single wide out in the game. The Rebels run the option. It is Cook again to the 15. Breaks a tackle. 10-5. Touchdown, Rebels. Chad Cook for West Monroe. 20-yard touchdown ramble by the big guy. His 2nd score of the night. And the Rebels have made it 26-20 with the extra point coming. Capping off an 81-yard drive on a big run and a huge hole in there for Chad Cook.
And Bill, just what the doctor ordered, an impressive drive, a great response by West Monroe, and I thought West Monroe was just about to get knocked out of this football game, but they responded big time.
Well, they did, Jim, and you know, sometimes the offense can spark the defense and keep them in this football game. The defense was awfully dejected after that last big run by their fullback, but now West Monroe coming back gives them a little spark here. That's the point. Extra point is good.
Landon Savant's extra point. The Rebels trail it by 5 and will return with a score. Evangel 26, West Monroe 21. You're listening to West Monroe football.
SWAT team file number 47, the Washita mosquito. This small nuisance is known to carry encephalitis, a serious illness which can be transferred to unsuspecting humans. So if you have to be out at dusk or dark, cover yourself with sleeves and pants. Be sure to spray with repellent and eliminate or avoid standing water. This message brought to you by Glenwood Regional Medical Center, helping Washita Parish take the bite out of encephalitis.
Well, Jim, that was exactly what the doctor ordered. A very impressive 81-yard drive for the touchdown for the Rebels, and right back in this thing at 26-21 with 6 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter in front of a packed Rebels stadium.
Just an impressive drive, and you're right, Frank. The Rebels are right back in this football game.
Landon Slavant to kick it off for West Monroe. Jason Rogers is deep, along with Chad Johnson. Kickoff sailing to Johnson. Fumbles it, picks it up the 10, returns to the 15-20. In the middle, a crack to the 25-30. Pull down at the 34-yard line is Chad Johnson. The tackle.
Preston.
By John Preston.
And Frank, that stopped 26 on that scoring drive. Was 6 plays, covered 82 yards, 2:49 off the clock, and it stopped a run of 26 consecutive points by the Evangel Eagles.
And that's exactly what we've been looking for from this offense.
Absolutely.
Ran the option, gave it to Cook. Saunier kept it some. Didn't have any passes in that particular drive. Boy, this crowd, they're in a frenzy now. Timeout on the field by Evangel. We'll take this timeout and return. You're listening to West Monroe football.
Zero % interest on all 2003 Chevys at the truck dealer, Ryan Chevrolet, Monroe.
West Monroe looks like maybe DJ Ernst came across into the neutral zone.
Yep, I thought wrong. It's against West Monroe. The 5-yard step-off moves it out to the Eagle 39, where Evangel has first down and 5 yards to go.
And Frank, while we're looking at that Rebel defense, let's wish David Batson a happy 18th birthday. Coming up this Sunday, October the 6th. Happy birthday to David Batson.
First down play. They run a reverse play and looking for some running room at the 43-yard line, and that's 42, in fact, 3 yards on the play for Detrick James. Little counter from the wing spot. David Batson diagnosed the play and made the tackle. One of the defenders had a chance to get him in the backfield.
And the birthday boy to be on Sunday.
Perfect
came up
timing.
big. How about that? Also want to say hello to our newest Rebel fan, Grace Elizabeth Warren, daughter of Darius and Kaylee Warren. They were both West Monroe High School graduates. Your uncle and aunt, Paul and Shay Crew, wish you.
Second down play and running for the first down across the 45 to the 46-yard line is going to be Jacob Hester. It was 2nd and 2, and they got about 4 yards on the play. Mac Dampier squeezing down made the tackle, but the Eagles have first down and 10 at their own 46-yard line. Clock running with 5:11 remaining here in the third quarter. Evangel leads in the game 26-21.
And I tell you what, this Hester, he's really a load. He's running the ball tough inside.
Over 500 yards rushing now in 5 games this year for Hester. Booty pitches to Hester. He'll sweep right on the toss sweep, and Dampier's, no, it's going to be Batson has him down back at the 44. They lose 3 on the play. Great job by Batson. He had a beat on him, Jim, and Hester never had a chance as Batson lowered the boom and knocked him down back around, they'll say the 45. So it's a loss of only 1 yard on the play. 2nd and 11, but a big play by David Batson.
And Batson came out of nowhere. He shot through a little gap that time and simply ran down Hester. Great play.
So it's 2nd down, 11 yards to go for the Eagles. And again, Booty is down under center. Hasn't been in the shotgun a whole lot here in the second half. John David Booty will drop back. Now a draw play to Hester inside. Crosses the 45, goes to midfield, and is off his feet finally at the Rebel 47. He's short of the first down as again David Batson is there along with Fred Shields on the tackle for the Rebels. They'll put it down actually on the 48-yard line. So Evangel will have 3rd down and 3 yards to go with just under 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter and leading 26-21.
Power football.
Yeah, for the Eagles. This crowd's on its feet cheering its defense. Hester, a lone running back behind the quarterback Booty, and the Rebels come charging across there. Big DJ Ernst. Let's see if he was drawn or if it's going against West Monroe. DJ seems to think it's against him, and I'm afraid that's the case. It will give the Eagles the first down the easy way. A 5-yard step-off moves it inside the Rebel 45 down to the West Monroe 42-yard line, and there it is 1st and 10 for Evangel.
And that will result in a substitution if they can get Preston off the field. Slocum replaces him.
Again, a lone running back. Hester gets the handoff, runs right, and he is knocked off his feet at the 41. Only a yard on the play as Mac Dampier came across there and made the hit. A good defensive play by Dampier, the junior defensive end, 6 foot and 216. Came into the game with 20 tackles in the first 4 contests. And it's 2nd and 9 for Evangel at the Rebel 41-yard line.
And Evangel content just simply to run the football. Of course, the last time they had it, they only took them 2 plays, and Hester came up with a big touchdown run.
Has Booty even put it in the air in the second half?
I'm not sure that he has. He hasn't needed to.
He hasn't. Down under center, 2nd and 9. This time he's back to throw. Out of the backfield goes to Hester. He's at the 40. Flag is down, and Hester is 2 at the 35. So they pick up about 6 yards on that completed pass into the right flat, and there is a penalty marker down. We'll see what that's all about as Jordan Gio, the sophomore DB, along with Matt Slocum, sophomore defensive end. A number of these young Rebels combined in the tackle. The Evangel Eagles are backing up, going against Evangel.
And Bill, what's the psyche of this Rebel defense? Are these guys beginning to wear out down there on the field?
I think so. I don't think that they're wearing out. I think that they're a little surprised that, or at least I am, that Evangel's got so much success running the football. This could be a big series now. 2nd down and 15 instead of the gain for positive yardage. Now Evangel may have to look to go in the air this time.
penalty back to the 46 of West Monroe. And now, before they snap of the ball, the officials step in again.
The 25-second clock didn't begin to run. Of course, Coach Showers is extremely upset because that gives Evangel all the time in the world to run the play.
Now the Eagles are going to huddle once again. They have the ball back at the Rebel 46 after that penalty. Second down, about 14 yards to go. 2 minutes and 18 seconds left in the third period. 26-21. Evangel leads it. And now Booty's back in a shotgun on 2nd and 14. There's the snap. Booty backing up, looking, throws a screen over the middle, has his man, and hit beautifully at the 41 and driven back. Rebels all over him. The reception in there by Ross, I think. John Preston led the way for West Monroe, and they knock him down. It was Aaron Savoie who made the reception, and he drew a crowd as he made that catch in the middle, Jim. They drive him back. There's a very short gain of the play of maybe 5 yards. They move it to the 41-yard line of West Monroe, and there, Evangel has 3rd down and 9 yards to go as we watch it on the TV 17 replay.
And Booty faked a screen pass to the right flat to Tristan Ross, and then he came inside to Savoie.
This crowd in a frenzy. 3rd down and 9. Shotgun for John David Booty. The snap. Booty backing to throw and looking and firing over the middle. The pass is caught in the middle by Duron at the 25, and he's down there by Ryan Pilcher. Denny Duron caught it in a crowd, and a big play for the Eagles. 1st down and 10 at the Rebel 25, 24-yard line of West Monroe.
Frank, they've run the ball awfully effectively in this football game, particularly the second half Evangel has, but when they need to, they can still throw that football. Duron with just a great move, and once again, John David Booty had the time to find him, and he was open right in the middle of the field.
Denny Duron, the little sophomore, his father is the principal at Evangel Academy. 1st down and 10, the Rebel 24, running play to Hester left side. He bangs it down to the 21-yard line and goes down there. Got 3 as he ran it off left tackle, and Mac Dampier and Brandon Banks drive him back. So it's 2nd down and 7 yards to go. Bill, I know it's extremely hot all over the stadium. Must be out there on the sidelines and out on the field for these guys.
Well, I think out on the field it's absolutely, the humidity is unbearable. At 2nd down here, West Monroe needs to hold them here, guys, and force them to do something because we've still got a quarter left and only trailing by 5.
21-yard line, 2nd and 7. Evangel hands off, running to the right side. Look at Duron, pulled down. Rebels make the stop back of the 22. David Batson came across to make the stop, and they lose yardage on the play back to the 22-yard line. Big play for the Rebels defensively by David Batson, stepping up big. And it is 3rd down and about 10 yards to go now for Evangel as they try the counter, and Batson wouldn't hear of it.
Jordan Guillo also assisting on that tackle. I thought initially it was Dampier, but you're right, it was Batson as that play ends the 3rd quarter.
We have another quarter to play. Stay tuned. It's Evangel 26, the Rebels 21. You're listening to West Monroe Football. Third down, and here's a little shovel pass inside of the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5, and in for the touchdown is Dedrick James for the Eagles. A shovel pass as James came back from the from the wingback spot, and they just shoveled him the pass. They come up with a big play on 3rd down and 10 from 23 yards away. It's a 66-yard drive and a big score for Detrick James off a shovel pass from John David Booty to begin the 4th quarter.
And once again, you just got to shake your head if you're a Rebel fan. Just an outstanding call. And this Evangel offense, they can just do so many different things. They have so many different weapons, and it's hard to control them.
And now it is 32-21, so that means an 11-point lead, and I assume they'll be going for 2 as they've asked for a timeout here once again. We'll have time to go down to the field and check in with Bill Nars. Quite a call, Bill. Shovel pass, not what you usually expect from John David Booty.
Well, it was a good call, Frank, but David Batson coming hard on the pressure just missed the runner as he came across. As I've got the cameraman in front of me now, kind of got my train of thought. But I tell you what, now we've got the 11-point lead back up to 12. West Monroe, as we've said time and time again, not very adept at coming back, although they had a good drive. But they're going to have to do it and do it quickly now if they can convert on this 2-point conversion.
Okay, here come the Eagles, and of course they will go for 2 to try to make it a 13-point lead rather than 11. Plenty of time left in this game. Of course, that was the first play of the 4th quarter. It took 8 seconds. So there are 11:52 remaining in the game now. They're lining up for the extra point with Jared Jennings. Let's see if he actually kicks this extra point. Now they shift into a shotgun, and Jennings will just wait. In fact, it's not Jennings, but yes, it is. It's Jennings, and he's going to throw the ball over the middle, and the pass is caught. Is it good? Yes, the 2-point conversion is good. Caught it in the center of the football field. Zach Schreiber, who's a defensive lineman, made the catch, and the try for 2 is good. So we'll pause and return with a score. Evangel 34, West Monroe 21. You're listening to West Monroe Football.
Hi, this is Don Childs, coach of the West Monroe Rebels.
And I'm Frank Hoffman, voice of the West Monroe Rebels.
You can catch the Rebels throughout the fall almost every night of the week.
On Monday nights, it's the Rebel Radio Talk Show from McAllister's on FM 103. On Tuesday nights, it's the Rebel Replay, the game in its entirety, right here on KWMS TV 17. On Thursday night, it's the Don Chow Show with Coach Chows, Coach Arledge, Coach Stone, other coaches, and Rebel players. And then on Friday night, join Jim and Bill Norris and myself for the live play-by-play action from Rebel Stadium on Y106.
Better yet, we would like to see you at Rebel Stadium on Friday night.
Rebel Mania, almost every night of the week throughout the fall.
Well, we're back. Evangel will kick off, and they will squib kick it down the field. The Rebels pick it up short, the 25, back to the 30, 35-yard line. Will go Kevin Dial, and he's off his feet at about the 36. So a good job, Jim, by Kevin Dial in fielding that squib kick and returning it to give the Rebels pretty good field position at their own 36-yard line.
They do have good field position, but the second time the Evangel Eagles had the football in the second half, they scored for the second time. And just when West Monroe had responded to really kind of gain that momentum back, now it rests back with the Evangel Eagles.
Need a drive right here, West Monroe. We commented not a catch-up kind of football team particularly. Here's a give inside to Cook, who'll bull his way forward, be stopped at about the 40, just short of the 40-yard line is John Michael Morgan and Chris Bowers, a linebacker and defensive end respectively, combined on that stop. Rebels get about 3 yards inside with Cook, and it's second down 7 from the 40, the West Monroe 40, with 11 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the game, and trailing Evangel 34-21.
I want to send along my hello, or a hello, to Vincent Ware. Vince went to school with me. I saw he and Bucky Newell. We hit a few shag golf balls earlier this week. Both those guys listen to all the West Monroe games.
Reverse play coming for Tippin, and he cannot get it by a defender and knocked down for a big loss back at the 31. They were trying to end around, but Zach Schreiber, the defensive end, stayed home. He was the only defender out there, but the only one they needed as he makes the tackle on Tippin, and the Rebels lose big yardage back to their own 31-yard line.
And Bill, was Tippin going to run with the football, or was he thinking about maybe throwing the football?
I'm not sure. When he looked up after he got the ball, number 42 was staring him in the face. I think he was just trying to make something happen after what was a well-defended play by the Evangel defense.
With the loss, back to the 32. It is 3rd down and 14 for West Monroe. Double tight formation. Sonia in the option will fake and go down at about the 34-yard line. Rebels cannot move it. We'll have to punt it away with 10:20 remaining in the game.
And he and Chad Cook just can't get together on who has the football. I think Chad wanted to take it from Ben, and Ben wanted to pull it from Chad. And I think Ben had some room to run the option to the outside, but Chad wouldn't let him. He wouldn't let him take the football.
Chris Bowers, very fine defensive end, made the stop. And the Rebels will punt it away. It's Matt Barnes, who's done a great job punting tonight. Chad Johnson, who had one punt return for a score earlier, is back to return this kick. High snap, but controlled by Barnes, and he kicks it down the field. Another good kick by Barnes, and Johnson under it, his own 24-yard line, and he fair catches it right there. So another good punt of 47 yards by Matt Barnes of the Rebels with a fair caught, too. And Evangel takes it its own 24. Well, Judge, talking about shagging golf balls, we got rained out of our golf game this week.
Well, we actually, you and I did, but I think those guys ended up playing in the rain. And I was still amazed. I think they had to quit after about 15 holes out of Calvert Crossing. It got so bad, but I think they went ahead and tried to play it.
I don't know how.
I don't know how either. That's why you and I didn't go.
Absolutely. Discretion, the better part of valor. First down for Evangel, its own 24-yard line. John David Booty's down in the center. He will give it on the counter play once again. The Rebels diagnose the play and make the stop at about the 25-yard line. Well defended as they gave it to Detrick James on the counter, but Fred Shields is there on the stop, the senior linebacker for West Monroe. He came into the game with 25 tackles, the leading tackler on this team. And Evangel's second down about 9 from their own 25-yard line.
Just a good job of staying home that time by Fred Shields. And West Monroe needs to come up with something here. They need a turnover because they're 2 scores down at 34-21.
Lone running back is the freight train. Jacob Hester, 2nd and 9, and Booty's back to throw it long, and he fires it down the field. It's incomplete. Overthrown as the intended receiver, number 9, Tristan Ross, back playing after being injured earlier this year, diving for the ball, but he couldn't get to it. And Brandon Barnes with some good coverage in the secondary for West Monroe.
It looks like Tristan Ross shaking up a little bit on the play. And I tell you what, Frank, Tristan Ross was, Brandon Barnes had Ross man for man, just outstanding coverage that time. John David Booty saw the man for man coverage and he tried to take advantage, but he couldn't do so.
3rd down and 9 for the Eagles from their own 25-yard line. 8:59 to play, 34-21. Evangel leads. Booty in a draw play to Hester inside. He's to the 30, and he is out to the 35, and he has the first down. Big run by Jacob Hester for the first down. Ryan Pilcher wrestles him down, but it's first down and 10 yards to go as they went to the big guy once again.
And Frank, that's something you're just not accustomed to seeing when you watch the Rebel defense. 3rd and 9, they run the fullback just straight up the middle, delayed draw, and he just powers his way for about 10 yards. That's just something that we're not accustomed to see.
Unfortunately, our man Ray Anning is not in the press box. He's outside. We can't update those stats, but Hester's had a big night running. First down for Evangel from their own 35, and John David Booty gives to the little running back, running ahead, and not much there. Driven back at the 37 is Aaron Sabois. A couple of yards for the 155-pounder. Brandon Banks and DJ Ertz are there on the stop.
Well, if I had to venture a guess, I would say that Jacob Hester is probably approaching maybe 175 yards on the evening because he had 85.
Here he comes. He heard us.
He has exactly 115, Jacob Hester. Well, he had 85 at halftime. He had a 60-yard run.
2nd and 9. Give it to Hester. He's across the 40s to the 45. He has the first down to the 48-yard line. He runs for 12 yards on a first down and 10 as the Rebels pull him down with Jordan Guillo and Bridger Durham. This team is known as a passing team, but Jacob Hester can run with the football, and they block well for him also.
Well, they certainly do, and I guess the reason why I thought he had more, he had 85 at halftime, and he had 2 plays for 58 yards on the first drive. He's got 179 now.
Here's the correction. You were right to begin with.
79, okay.
You were pretty close there, Judge. You were very close. First down for Evangel from their own 47-yard line. Down under center. Booty, he's been that way most of the second half. He gives to Hester again. He's across the 50, into Rebel territory to the 45, the 40, and knocked down from behind at the 36. Rambling for about 17 more yards is Jacob Hester. Fred Shields and Jordan Gio knock him down. But right now, running the football, the Eagles, on a first down to the Rebel 37-yard line. 7:19 left in the game.
And folks, there's no other way to describe it other than to say Evangel's just simply lining up and running right over the West Monroe defense, something that, you know, it's really hard to believe, but we're seeing it, and believe me, it's happening.
Hey, our thanks to Pam Accardo, State Farm Insurance Agent, 5324 Cypress Street in West Monroe. For all your insurance needs, call Pam at 322-4434. The Eagles now, 1st and 10 from the West Monroe 36. Give it inside the little guy, Savoy, knocked down for no gain. Penalty marker on the play. Savoy hit down by Mac Dampier. Nice defensive play by Mac, squeezing down and making the hit on the little running back. And a flag went down in the backfield. This penalty should go against the Eagles, and it will. Now, will the Rebels have the option, or is this going to be a step off without an option?
I think they have the option. I think they're going to take this penalty.
6 white.
5-yard step off moves it back to the Rebel 41-yard line, and there, first down and 15 for Evangel. But 6:58 remain in the game as Evangel leads it 34-21. Led 21 to, what was that halftime score? 20-14. James in the backfield this time. Detrick James as Booty checks off at the line of scrimmage on 1st and 15. Pitches to James. He'll sweep left, giving ground to 40. He is down to about the 36-yard line and off his feet there. Got the penalty yardage back with a toss sweep.
But once again, Evangel content just simply to run the football. They run it inside, they run it out, but they run it right at this Rebel defense.
Fred Shields and David Lewis combine on the stop. 2nd down, about 10 yards to go. The Eagles from the West Monroe 36-yard line. Our thanks to Plumbing Incorporated. They're the reliable folks at 4400 Cypress Street in West Monroe. Call them at 396-1050. 2nd down, about 10 from the Rebel 36. Booty down under. Will hand off. Running to the left side is going to be James. Has some room inside the 30. He has the first down at the 25 and is out of bounds at the 23-yard line as Ryan Pilcher forces him out of bounds. But a first down run by Detrick James. And they're just keeping it on the ground and pounding away right now.
And I guess if you're at home and you're not able to see the alignment, you're wondering what in the world is happening to this Rebel defense. Well, folks, they have a 3-man front. And because of the, as we'll pick up on this point as we come back, a timeout's being taken on the field by West Monroe.
We'll be back. You're listening to West Monroe football.
Hi, I'm Johnny Huntsman. You know, at Johnny's, we're proud to be a part of the West Monroe High School family and longtime supporters of all the great Rebel teams. These games are fun for the whole family, and it's a tradition to stop by nearby Johnny's afterwards to enjoy a favorite like our ever-popular Sweep the Kitchen. For those out-of-town games, there's my new Take and Bake Pizza. It's freshly prepared and custom-made exactly to your order. Just pop it in the oven when you get home. Thanks for making Johnny's your favorite place to go.
Jim, 5:49 remaining in the game. The Rebels are down by 13 points, so time is quickly running out for West Monroe. The Rebels will be a long, long time since they lost 2 games in a row at Rebel Stadium.
We'll have to go back to the history books and try to find that one out. It's been a long time. Of course, you have to go back to 96 to find when they last lost here before last week.
Evangel first down, running play. Hester hit in the backfield and pulled down back at about the 23-yard line. John Preston, the sophomore, with a good job. Let's quickly go to the field, check in with our man Bill. Bill?
What I'm really impressed with is just the fact that Evangel has been able to do something other than throw the football. They've just absolutely lined up and run the football down West Monroe's proverbial throat, that is. Of course, as Jim mentioned, a 3-down lineman set trying to keep a defensive package in that can defend the pass, but Evangel's not had to use that, as they've obviously picked up close to 200 yards on the ground tonight.
Evangel's 2nd and 11 from the Rebel 23-yard line. Booty will fake and roll to the left side and run the ball to the 20. He's at the 15 and out of bounds across the way near the first down stick, down around the 13-yard line. So Booty with a bootleg and run that time.
Well, and to pick up on Bill's point, and the point I was trying to make before the last timeout, West Monroe going with a three-down lineman, because you still have to respect the certain potent passing attack of the Evangel Eagles, and so they're not bringing 8, 9 men to the line of scrimmage like teams do against West Monroe just to defend against the run, because as soon as the Rebels do that, well, then Evangel's going to throw the football, and so they're wanting Evangel to run the football in this defense, and that's what Evangel's doing.
They came up short by about a foot on the first down from the 12 of the Rebels. They have 3rd down and less than a yard to go, and here comes DJ shooting across there before the snap of the football. And they're going to step off a 5-yard penalty against the Rebels and give Evangel the first down the easy way. That'll move the ball inside the 10 down to about the 8-yard line of the Rebels, where the Eagles have first down and goal to go. That comes with 4 minutes and 19 seconds left in the game, with the Eagles leading West Monroe 34-21.
And I think you've got to go back to 1993. That'd be Bastrop, West Monroe, the last time a team has put up 40 points against West Monroe. Remember that shootout, something like 46-44? What was that score?
Yeah, and I don't remember the score.
50? It was in the 50s.
50s. First and goal from the 8. Hester has it inside. He's at the 5. He's down at the 4-yard line. The big guy, once again, they'll just pound it away with under 4 minutes left in the game. David Banson and Henry Woods making the stop that time. Hey, Acme Glass, 24-hour emergency service with 2 locations in Monroe and West Monroe on Wallace Road and Louisville Avenue.
And our thanks to Waste Management, 6280 Millhaven Road in West Monroe.
Now the Eagles at the 4, just inside the Rebel 5-yard line anyway. It's 2nd down. And the give goes inside to Hester, and he is driven back at about the 3. And so it'll be 3rd down and goal to go. Fred Shields is off the bottom of that pile. Football on the 3-yard line.
Also Brandon Banks down there.
3rd down, goal to go.
Next week, the Rebels travel to Shreveport to take on Byrd, and that will be the opening District 2 5A game of the year.
And Evangel pounded Byrd last week. What was it, 39-3?
3rd and goal now from the 3. Give it on the left side and hit near the goal line, and driving in for the score is going to be Aaron Savoie. Brandon Banks hit him, but Savoie's across the goal line. It's a 76-yard drive, and with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game, the Eagles add 6 more with the extra point try coming. Let's check in with Bill.
Well, guys, I'm sitting here reflecting on the number of points that's been scored here tonight, and just, I guess a little dejected myself in the fact that the Evangel is such a potent football team. They can do it through the air, they can do it on the ground, and we've just kind of been out and batched this evening.
Jared Jennings' extra point is in the air. The kick is good. 2 minutes, 40 seconds to play. It's Evangel 41 and the Rebels 21. You're listening to West Monroe.
Hey, are you you looking for some practical information to help you develop your family?
How about some fun cooking ideas or creative crafts?
Well, we hope you can join Jen and me every day on At Home Live. You'll see guests that will strengthen your family and build your faith.
We have a great time, and we'd love to have you join us on At Home Live.
Well, it's weekday mornings at 10 a.m. right here on Sunrise TV 17 in West Monroe, Louisiana, your Family Net station.
Yeah, something we're not very used to around here, losing football games. But the Rebels are about to lose their second game in a row in Rebel Stadium. Losing last week, of course, upset by George Washington Carver. Tonight, number 1 ranked Evangel. Here's the kickoff. Deep in the end zone, and Tippin will not bring it out of there. Rebels will have it out on the 20-yard line.
Frank, what was the score when we went over to Tyler, Texas? That was 1999. Tyler really put a whooping on the Rebels that day. Of course, West Monroe helped them by giving them, 3 touchdowns.
I don't remember the score, but it was in the 40s, wasn't it?
I think it might have been, but so maybe I was a little. I missed it by a couple of years when I thought Bassett was the last time someone had scored this much. But really a dominating performance by Evangel. They've had the ball 3 times in the second half, scored each time.
2 minutes and 40 seconds to go as the Rebels operate from their own 20-yard line. Saunier and company. Ben Saunier takes the ball, runs the option, pitches out. Elam has it to the 25-30. Elam to the 35, and he's out to the 40, 41-yard line. A 21-yard play off the option for the sophomore running back, Marvin Elam, who took the pitch from quarterback Saunier and was sailing down the sideline. 21-yard play, Jim, from Marlon Elam, a first down. The Rebels at their own 4. Well, they say he was out of bounds. Well, a flag's gone down. That's what it is.
Flag down.
And they called a personal foul against Evangel. Add on some more. Add on 15, in fact. After Elam's 21 got him to the 41-yard line. A 15-yard step off against the Eagles. A move it across midfield into Eagle territory and down to the 44-yard line of Evangel, where it's 1st and 10.
And that personal foul is being called against number 2, Chad Johnson. He's been hitting the quarterback, Ben Saunier. A lot of people think late all night. And with a 21-point or 20-point lead, he decided to hit him again after he'd pitched the football.
Rebels first down from the 44-yard line of Evangel. Pitch it out, running to the left side with a football and pulled down to the 45-yard line for West Monroe. That is Ben Davis carrying the football, junior running back. Ben Davis is hit down at the 45. No gain on the play.
And a chance for Ben to get to see some action for the first time, I think, this year for the varsity. I think that's probably going to be his first carry of the season anyway.
No gain on the play. That brings up 2nd.
And we've got an Evangel Eagle shaking up, so we'll take a timeout on the field.
We'll do it. We'll take this timeout and pause. We'll be back. You're listening to West Monroe Football.
Welcome to my newest store and my newest product, Johnny's Take and Bake Pizza. It's the same great pizza you've known and loved over the years, but now you can take it home and bake it yourself. Here's your pizza just as you ordered it, ready to bake.
Thanks, Mr. Johnny.
Just call in your favorite order as usual. The only difference, you pick it up unbaked, wrapped, and ready to pop in the oven. Try my new Take and Bake. It saves you money, too. Just think of me as being in your refrigerator. Enjoy Take and Bake today.
We're back. The injured player for Evangel was Chad Johnson. He's all right, up leaving the field and headed toward the Evangel bench across the way, even though he's moving a little slowly.
He is. And speaking of moving, I think he played for Benton when he was a sophomore, transferred over to Evangel for his last 2 years.
Rebels second down, about 10 from the Evangel 44-yard line with 1:44 left in the game, down 41-21. Running the option and giving to the fullback straight ahead inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line is Chad Cook for West Monroe.
But that play will come back as Tron Morgan was in motion prior to the snap.
As I mentioned, the Rebels open District 2 5A competition next week, and they'll do it over in Shreveport against Byrd High School. I think that game will be played at Captain's Reef Stadium. They call it at the Captain's Reef campus. It has a different name.
Caddo?
Yeah, I guess it is.
Caddo Stadium.
And I could be wrong about that. I'm not sure about that. Bill, you know about that site next week?
I would have guessed Caddo Stadium if I had to venture one, Frank. I don't know, but I think it would be Caddo.
We can check with Coach Howes, of course, about that in our post game. Right now, 2nd and 15, the Rebels after being penalized back to the 50 with 1:30 left in the game. Saunier with a pro-I formation, runs the option and fakes and keeps and is hit down for no gain to the 50-yard line. Now the Rebels, there's a late flag going down as tempers begin to flare a little bit out there. Rebels jumped out to a 14-0 lead early in this game. Things were looking very good. Evangel came back to tie it and then got a score when the Rebels fumbled with just seconds left in the half, and they went in an intermission with a 20-14 lead. And behind a solid running game, Evangel is pulled away here in the second half.
Rushing for what I would venture to say well over 200 yards on the game, and I think Jacob Hester's close to 200 yards all by himself rushing the football.
Discussion amongst these officials about the penalty as the flag went down. And Evangel will be penalized 15 yards for unsportsmanlike conduct. Move the ball down to the Evangel 36-yard line. It'll not be a first down for the Rebels, but much closer. Unless that's an automatic first down.
It is not. We learned that a couple of weeks ago at Ruston.
Right. Second down and about 2 yards to go for the first down at the Evangel 36-yard line with 1:17 left in the game. Rebels down 41-21.
And I think really the turning point, I guess one of the turning points for me, West Monroe up 14-0, 7 minutes to go in the first half. And before you can look up again, it's 3 minutes and counting, and Evangel's got the lead.
Absolutely. Third down, a couple of yards to go for the Rebels, and Saunier gives it to Cook. He drives for the first down to about the 32-yard line of the Eagles. 1 minute remaining in the game, and a first down West Monroe at the Evangel 32. Evangel will improve their record now to 4-1 with this win tonight. The Rebels will drop to 3-2.
And I guess you got to go back to 1996, is it? The last time West Monroe lost more than 2 games in the regular season.
Right, and of course only one of those was at home, the Barb game. Then they lost to Natchitoches Central.
And then they
in the regular season, then beat them in the playoffs.
Avenged that defeat in the playoffs.
In that great game. Here's a give again to Cook. He's inside the 30, down the 29-yard line.
Somebody's helmet came off.
And Cook on the carry.
For Evangel, and that's not a good idea.
Well, there was a huge crowd to see this matchup tonight, this rivalry of 5A football powers in Louisiana, indeed in the United States. Standing room all over the facility, all over the track, people were standing.
And I guess a little bit like the game last year. You know, West Monroe blew Evangel out 37-13, and of course Evangel came back to win the game that counted in the Superdome as Stafford in at quarterback.
Quick pass from Saunier.
Hideout
to Saunier, who caught the ball on the sideline, but he is out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. Actually,
he didn't catch it.
He didn't catch it. Was that Stafford in at quarterback that
Stafford
time?
was at quarterback. They ran the old hideout,
yeah.
And he threw it to Saunier, who dropped it, and he was wide open.
Yep. 3 seconds left on that incomplete pass. Move it back to the 29-yard line for the Rebels, and one last play, third down. Yeah, it's true, Jim. Of course, Rebels thumped them over in Shreveport, and then, of course, Evangel came back to win the one for the state championship. Maybe we can return the favor this way this year.
They might, but they've got their work cut out the rest of the year.
3rd and 7, the Rebels. Last play of the game, Saunier will hand off. Running play to Tron Morgan, who's down at the 27-yard line. And the Eagles of Evangel have maintained their dominance over West Monroe in this series. They've now won 3. While losing only 1 against the West Monroe Rebels. They come from behind in tonight's game to beat the Rebels. Yeah, these teams will meet at the center of the field and congratulate each other. We'll be back to wrap it up. The final score, Evangel 41 and West Monroe 21. You're listening to West Monroe Football.
Successful season. Like invite, encourage everyone to go out and vote tomorrow in our local election.